with the devil. Your power isn't special. We don't fit on your canvas. We burn it all to ashes now. 'Cause we are the outlaws.
Yeah, you've been dancing with the devil. Be careful who you gunning for, cause when it settles, it's only pain and grief when you living lawless. We only chase it if the chance of profit's flawless. We keep our eyes on the weak, they know that they targets. Hunting for goodwill, we ain't looking for bargains. And you should say a prayer, ain't nobody praying for you. Cause if I want it, then it's mine, that's what I'm saying to you. If it ain't hard, you better leave. You try and cross me, then you dead to me. Cause I'm in the business of making enemies. And there's a good chance that you may never leave. You feeling comfortable, you should never be. Cause I'm bringing pain if we should ever meet. Tonight you should really find a lifeline. Outlaws come alive in the nighttime.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You know me, it's DJP, and this is Club Exhale.
Don't know what you want, I need to know. Don't pick up the phone when I try to call. Tell me what is wrong, oh, what is right, what is right. Cause now it's too late, too late, too late, too late, now it's too late, too late, too late, now it's too late.
Oh
my God, you look like
it's gonna be a good one.
Fuck that shit, listen.
I'm
Hey,
in the
look,
hat.
cash flowing,
It's
pockets
time to
growing.
have
Wake
some
up,
fun.
bless
Everybody,
every morning.
make sure you
Just in
hit
case
the
y'all
like
didn't
button
notice,
first.
I'm fucking shit up in this bitch and
That's right.
everybody
Hit the
knows.
like button first. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the notification bell. It's going to be one hell of a night, let me tell you. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's weekend, right? Everybody up in the chat. That's right, El Capitan. Hit that fucking like button. Please do. Please do. Let's see who's all here. Nene is up in here. How you doing? Harlan Williams says, "Wow, Ali, your wife looks so pretty." You better damn believe my wife looks very pretty. My wife is the fucking hottest thing you've ever freaking seen. You better believe it. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. What else? What's good, everyone? What's up, Shake Money? I hope to see you soon. I hope you're having a good time on your vacation. Joe, how's it going, Joe? Good evening. Dolphinier, how you doing? Nightmare. Jimmy Satterfield, how you doing? Brad Boss, how you doing, sir? BIU, what's up? What else we got here? Jimmy Reichardt, how you doing, sir? Chofel, what is up, sir? Sorry if I didn't say that correct. What else we got in here? Mo, what's up, Mo? How you doing? I don't want to lose your love tonight. I like that one. What is up? Anyway, make sure you hit the like button. We're going to be playing tunes all night. I'm going to be dropping the link. We're going to be talking about the Miami Dolphins. None of this, I'm kind of past a lot of the, back and forth between the divided. Here, let me turn down the music just a tad bit to get my point across. Last week on my show, I had said some things in regards to in fan base fighting, right? There's some divide going on and whatnot. And I wasn't really referencing some of the stuff that happened at all, because some of it I wasn't privy to. But yeah, there's a lot of built up tension between this fan base. And I'm, it is what it is. Tonight, I kind of just want to vibe and have a good time. Positive energy, right? We won. It's it's the preseason. Who cares, right? We won the preseason. Doesn't matter. But I was kind of glad to see certain things in today's game, right? I was really glad to see Taj Washington. Looks pretty good. I was really glad to see D. Eskridge. D. Eskridge is going to make this roster. I'm going to tell you straight up. D. Eskridge, Taj Washington, definitely making this roster. Tanner Connor is going to make this roster. Those are my predictions right now. And Ollie Gordon, shout out to Ollie Gordon, looking good. My question is, where's Jalen Wright? Besides dropping balls, where else is he? That's some issues that I have with our team right now. Zach Wilson looked okay. Hey, the Quinn Ewers stand should be happy. All you Quinn Ewers fan in the chat, make sure you throw up some hearts or put up some emojis. I want to see how many of you are in here, right? Everybody knows I'm not the biggest Quinn Ewers fan, right? And it has nothing to do with college rivalries or anything like that. It's more about not the Miami Dolphins, I should say. More about the, is he the guy that can really face a more dominant team or a tougher and stronger defense? Armando, what is up, sir? Nice to see you. Michael K, I see you in here. Hit the like button. Appreciate you all. That being said, I'm kind of, I'm kind of interested if he can do that. The pace that he's on, it's not really pace. I kind of like the pace that he's on he's kind of working methodically becoming more and more confident. That's good. I just need to see him against a real elite defense, and then I'll really know. And then, I'm not saying that these backups really need to be able to beat elite defenses, right? I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that I do expect you to be competent, not to make foolish mistakes, right? That's what I'm saying. And I saw too many of them when it came to him in college playing the bigger powerhouses. So if you want to call me a hater, fine, call me a hater. I told everybody he can make all the throws. Can he do it in the big moments? That's the question. What is going on? Everybody's on vacation. I think Shake on the Shake is somewhere, on the West Coast of the United States right now. Who else? Mike on the mic is, he's got stuff going on. Tonk is probably busy. El Cap is probably on furlough or something, or hanging out with Deshaun Watson, getting some parlor massage. I don't know. That was really a joke. I shouldn't have said that, but it was kind of funny. But yeah, a lot of interesting things going on with the NFL today. Teddy Bridgewater looks good, right? And I told everybody, Amika Ibuka, definitely legit. I told everybody that, scored a touchdown today. Some people were saying that what's his face? Skylar Thompson looked good today. He looked okay. He looks all right. He's not great and he's not horrible. I'll give you that. Last week he was much better. But we'll see. Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about today's game? What do you guys want to talk about in today's game? El Cap is probably waiting to get bailed out. I want to know who arrested him. That's what I want to know. What is going on? But yeah. Some other news. We have more injuries as usual. Devon Achane supposedly has a soft tissue issue, whatever that means. Zach Seiler, I heard, it picked up an injury. Is it really an injury? I want to know what you guys think in the chat. Is it really injuries, or are we trying to save them for the regular season? Ryan, how you doing, sir? Ryan AP, how you doing? I want to know what you guys think. Is there really injury, or is it we're just going to baby them, through preseason so they don't get injured? Is that what it is? Yes, Joe. Bonner did pull a hamstring. It looked like he grabbed himself right when he was on the sideline. I knew it right then and there. Oh, the man himself. Let's play some music for this guy, because the man himself actually got out of jail for once.
Why do they talk like gangsters, but they don't move like gangsters? Why do they walk like gangsters, but they don't move like gangsters? Why do they act like gangsters?
What's going on?
Like gangsters? Why do they rap like gangsters, but they don't move like gangsters?
What up? What up?
Make sure you hit the like button. So we were contemplating if you maybe were getting massages with Deshaun Watson at some parlor, or if or got arrested. Michael K said that you were probably trying to find bail money and flipping your couch over or something for loose change. I don't know.
I always keep bail money on deck. That's number one. Number two, the massage parlor meetup with Deshaun Watson was a couple years ago. I haven't done it in a couple years. And three, stop trying to think about me in completely inappropriate manners, Michael K. He sent me, disgusting things in the mail. This guy is a creep, and you all should avoid him. So, what's up, Nightmare? What's up, Jamie? What up, Jimmy? What up, Brad? What's up, Nene? What's up, Michael K? What's up, everybody? Make sure everybody's hitting the like button, subscribe, and I see Ryan in there as well. What's up, Ryan?
I have proof that Michael K sends inappropriate pictures to people. I woke up today, and this is what he sent me. Damn, Michael K. Damn you. Damn, El Cap, I'm not going to lie. Michael K made you look like you're packing grapes there, to be honest.
Packing Michael K's dreams in there. Hit the like button, everybody. Let's get the donations for the shots going when everyone's ready, because I'm ready to go pour me one. I'm ready to get it cooking. I got a lot on this game. I was able to watch. I'm taking care of a lot of stuff. Shout out to Color and then Shake, who came and helped out for calling the game today. Really appreciate the boys holding it down. Saturday at 1 is just not good for Capitan. It's hard. I got one day with the family, one day to get caught up on stuff. You know, it's just difficult, and the boys really came in a pinch, and I appreciate them for doing that, man. So I did catch the game, and I did post a lot of videos of the game during it. You know, we'll get onto that. I got some stuff about Quinn Ewers. I got some good notes, I think. You know, I thought we saw some good stuff. So hit the like button. Hopefully somebody donates. I'm going to pour me one. Ali, I'm going to pour me one.
Go pour yourself one, and then we'll come back for some real talk. Yes, as you saw, the man in the flesh, he's not behind bars. He was packing grapes, but that's okay. We won't hold it against him. Michael K says, wish I could have had that when I said El. Damn, that's funny. That shit was like, remember the Titans. That's funny. That is definitely funny. Anyway, so what is something I want to know what people think in the chat. What are your guys' thoughts about preseason? Not just Miami Dolphins, just like preseason in general. Is it exciting to you? Do you guys want more preseason games, less preseason games? I saw people on my timeline showing all the money that they won today with the Hard Rock app and everything, betting and all that. I do it as well. El Cap talking about having money on the line and everything. Last year in preseason, I won like $1,300. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I usually don't bet in preseason. I wish I did. I do have a lot of futures bets that I put in for the full season.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I like betting and I don't like betting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never really enjoyed gambling. It's never been my thing. So
I like betting, but only when I'm the type of bettor that I'm going to place like the smallest bet to win the biggest amount.
Yeah, so, I like to gamble when I bet. So when I hit, it hits good. I would say I lose each year in a football season about $150, and that swings all up and down all year. Like, I've come back and been, a grand to the good and then burned it all away. Again,
you've seen me hit big, bro.
You cleaned up pretty good, Ali. And I've had better years, but so I'll say this, right? When I'm doing fantasy football and in multiple leagues and betting, I'm a much better bettor. So that's just how it is. When I'm not doing fantasy and I'm just taking long shots and taking, 7-8 leg parlays, that I like doing that. What can I say? And I've hit on a couple of them, and so have you. So again, there is some ways to be a little bit more disciplined about it, but I always end up just gambling because that's the fun part. And then I don't know, whatever. What's up, Cat in the Hat? Hit the like button, everybody. Get yourself out some stiffeners, and we'll have a good time. Yeah.
No, but for real though.
Joe Rich said he made $240 today on games. Good for you, buddy. Hell yeah.
Damn, that's good. That's really good. Listen, this is how I look at it. I bet in the preseason to make money to use during the regular season. You know what I mean? So it's like foolish, but at the same time, it's my war chest for the whole season, you know? And you've seen me with that $5 bet getting $1,500. I shared that. I shared that live on your show, in fact.
Yeah, you did a good one.
Yeah, so it you can hit like that. But if you are betting, and this is just between you and I and everyone here,
bet responsibly.
Yes, exactly. Bet responsibly. Don't make yourself go broke or bet the house and all that stuff. Please don't. It's not worth it.
Do that.
Not worth it.
It's certainly not worth it, man. You ain't making that kind of money, and it ain't that fun. No cap.
Yeah. So anyway, El Cap, what I was saying in the beginning of the show before you showed up is that I don't want to talk real football now. I don't want to do none of this he said, she said stuff and everything. And
yeah, I saw you thinking no more Dr. Phil is what you said.
Yeah, no
and
more.
I get you. Listen, we do Dr. Phil around here, and I'm here for the messiness, as you know.
Well, if
but it ain't all the program.
Phil, I need to go get my suit on and get my.
I gotta grab the purple jacket, you know,
glasses on, and be like,
I'll tell you what.
Now, kids, I'm Dr. Phil, and here we go. Here she is again, and she's gonna sit here and talk about her mom and all the things that you've done. Now, Sally, how do you feel now that she's told you that you look like a piece of shit? I just want to know. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how sometimes it feels around here. Sometimes. Now,
damn, Cat in the Hat said he smashed a $20 bet for $2,000
That's
on the
awesome,
Kenneth Gainwell anytime touchdown. Fuck yeah, buddy.
Dude, that's
Hell
awesome,
yeah,
bro. That's freaking awesome.
I love that.
Yeah, I like
Stick it to him, Cat in the Hat, fuckers.
Yeah. But no, but for real though, sometimes it's warranted. Sometimes we got to turn up and call somebody out for the hypocrisy and everything else, right? I get it. It's
messy time.
Warranted. And messy time.
I like it. I'm here for it. But there's also football. That's what we're really here for.
Yeah, football's back, baby. That's what
football, baby.
Hey, and with that, before we get into it, I'm gonna hit a layup.
Ball in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Shopping in my kitchen, got me trying to get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming.
What up, Shake?
What's good, homie?
Shake with the shade, boy. Shady shake, boy. Watch out. I mean, listen, I wish somebody was donating for these shots, but I gotta have some. I'm dying of thirst.
Go for it, man. Go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Oh.
Donate to myself. That first one always burns.
What's up, Shake?
Glasses real quick. Hey, you mind real quick? I'm gonna get the pro for 1 second.
Go for it, man. It's all you.
I'm gonna pour a shot of tequila, and I want to tomorrow. I want to wish my beautiful wife happy anniversary, baby.
Oh man, I love you, buddy. I love you, Shake.
Happy anniversary, bro. For real. Yep. For real.
1 year.
I'm glad you and the missus are getting there, hitting the road, doing some stuff, having some fun, man. That's awesome, buddy. It makes my heart warm. Not just from the shot either. It actually gets warm for that. The shot did warm it, but it warms from all the other stuff. Hit the like button, you savages. What's wrong with you? God, dude. These people. Yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy.
We out here. Dolphins. Let's start this off right, Ali. Zach Wilson looking a lot like Zach Wilson. I'm gonna call him Zach Wilson, Mr. Freeze. There was a couple times where he just froze in the pocket. He's still not operating at a high enough level for NFL offenses. And I worried getting him in here. I know he did whatever he did and yada, yada, yada with Peyton for that freaking blink of an eye when he left the Jets. But here with the Dolphins, it's a complicated offense. What's up, Costa? Salute, baby.
Costa.
What's up?
And Zach Wilson, dude, listen, he almost threw an interception today on a deep ball that he should have put everything he had into it and tried to get it down there because Estridge had his man cooked. He had him beat. he had him freaking completely took out. What up, John? Hit the like button. Chris, hit the like button, everybody. He had him smoked, and it was an underthrow. And I got to be honest, if I want underthrows from a quarterback, I got one already, dog. Like, where's this Zach Wilson? No, you know what? Zach Wilson ain't good. He didn't look good. He hasn't looked good.
No.
I get that he's the most hot and cold type of dude. Caesar, what's up? Joe, hit the like button. I get it.
Look, this is kind of where I'm at. We can shit on him all day because we can, literally. But here's where I think that some people, not necessarily you, LCAB, but just people in general, need to take a little bit of a chill pill for a moment, right?
I ain't taking no chill pill.
No, I know you don't. I wasn't talking about you. I'm talking about some people.
Yeah, better be somebody else. I ain't taking no chill pill.
That's fine. No worries. But this is where I'm saying let's chill a little bit. I think Zach Smith has a great skill set. Yes, he does need to put more of it together. But you and I have both agreed that this is a backup we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, here's the thing: backups in Miami mean eventual starters at some point. Ali, that's the problem.
That's true.
That's the problem. I'm all about these backups. I don't give a damn. In the last going on 6 years now, backup is super important to these Miami Dolphins because that guy will play football. He will play. We will count on this guy to start and finish games, not come in as a relief guy. Not come in as the change-up pitcher in the game because the guy went down and he'll be back next game. And Matt Moore was great at that, dude. Matt Moore would come in and like, I'm dropping bombs on these bitches. And that's what he would do, and he'd win games, But you had to game plan and put up a scheme and stuff like that. Matt Moore wasn't going to do that.
But see, the thing for me is that I kind of went into this season thinking that he would just be a backup anyways. So for me, it's like, what do you expect? It's a backup. That's kind of where I'm looking at it, right? I get backups mean something around here, but I don't know. I'm hoping that the Quinn stands, and I'm calling them Quinn stands now, with Quinn Ewers. I kind of hope they're right, bro. I'm a hater. I know I am, but I kind of hope they're right.
You know what Quinn Ewers does day one better than Zach Wilson has done his entire career?
What is it?
Is get rid of the football. Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Don't, throw to guys getting open. If it's behind him, live with it. But Zach Ewers hesitates too much. And Zach Wilson hesitates too much, and then he starts to think rather than react, and that tells me he's ill-prepared or not confident. While both of those things I can't win football with.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? While Ewers, whether he's prepared or not, the kid's at least confident enough to say, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Pick a guy, let it fly. I know it sounds so redundant, especially we say it like a million times a year around here. But he's at least doing that rather than holding the ball and trying to think his way out of this and make moves.
Yeah.
Which we did see him do in preseason week 1, where he got sacked trying to flush out the pocket. He's like, fuck that. I'm not doing that. Like, he knows his lane a little bit. I think he needs higher competition. We need to see more of him. And I'm not willing to say Ewers has surpassed Zach in the pecking order, but I don't think it's that far off where, if all things were even and the money was even and these guys were both rookies and one wasn't a first rounder, Ewers would be making a better case thus far to be a starter over Zach Wilson. So that's the facts.
Yeah, and I agree. The one thing I could tell you I like about Quentin Ewers is his ball placement and how, his short to intermediate passing. I still like to see him take some more deep shots. He did, and they didn't connect. So I think his deep passing needs improvement. But as far as his short and intermediate, it's pretty decent. I like his passing in that area. I just, like I said, one thing I would like to see him do is pass the ball downfield a little bit more. I want to see how
So
he
what
does.
you're saying is that you want to see the right-handed Tua. Because these are the same comments people make about Tua. You realize that, right?
Mhm.
Oh, his short, intermediate passes are wonderful. I would like to see him pass down the field a lot more, though. Same exact thing.
Well,
Right.
Well, I seen Tua throw down the pass. I haven't seen him do it. That's the reason I'm saying that.
Oh,
I haven't
okay,
seen it.
fair enough. I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that. Look, I like Quinn Ewers' ability to throw. He can make all the throws. I do. I need to see him do it against like the Eagles defense, for example. Right? I need to see him against that.
Yeah, obviously. Listen, we ain't crowning this motherfucker shit.
I hope not. Some people are though.
No, but I mean, again, can only judge him off of what he's doing, and what he's doing is better than I anticipated. I expected it'll be a little bit more bumpy roads. He's doing just fine. And I think they should use him more and get every last drop out of it. Because to me, Zach Wilson is who he is. He continues to show me that every time I see him. And yeah, I guess you can make the argument that you need to leave Zach Wilson in it for the entire third preseason game because he's the backup. He's going to be the guy. Well, if Tua goes down, we're kind of in a bad sense anyhow. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather see what this season does on a guy like a hope and a prayer, lightning in a bottle. I mean, could Zach Wilson do that? Sure, but I mean, he's been nothing but a guy that wins one and loses two his entire career. And he continues to show that here in Miami, and I'm not feeling it thus far. So shout out to Brad making the $5 donies, saving us, needing the shot. Appreciate you, Brad. You the fucking man. Says make no sense for Ewers and Wilson to not be in a real competition for the number 2 spot. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, why wouldn't they? I get it. There's money involved, but like, what? You've got a 1 year with Zach Wilson. You've got several years with Ewers. That should not mean, well, I better see what I got with Zach Wilson. I only got him for a year. It should be, well, I figured out I ain't got shit with Zach Wilson, and I better work on this kid. That might be something some other time. Get up out of here. Salute, Brad.
Thanks, Brad.
Ugh. What up, Iceman? Says I'm just here so I don't get fined. So, yeah, I'm trying to... Now, another thing I noticed offensively is Miami Dolphins wide receiver group got some depth, bro. Now, I know this guy, A.J. Henning. I know he muffed that punt. That was ugly. Should have never did that. But other than that, the guy can be used on kickoff, punt returns. He's a hell of a wide receiver. When he gets the ball, he's fucking mean running downfield. And he's probably not going to make this Miami Dolphins roster if we're being real. That's what's wild right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you why it's wild. Do the Miami Dolphins have backups for Waddle and Tyreek now?
Fuck, backups, bro. We're like 3 deep. If you think about it, Taj Washington, Malik Washington, D. Estridge is a dog right now. Taj Washington, I like him a lot, but I think D. Estridge has got more tools and better size profile. Him and Malik are right neck and neck, bro.
I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm going to tell you this straight up. Also, El Cap, Tanner Connor is going to make this roster.
Buddy, I'm right there with you. I'm right there. 100%. Tanner Connor, with all that speed and that leanness he had, finally put some weight on. He's not getting out of position in the blocking. He's streaking downfield. He's winning his matchups, and he's got soft hands. Honestly, Darren Waller who? Darren Waller who?
Hey, I did have a Darren Waller sighting though. He was on the side.
Was somebody catch him shooting another music video?
He was wearing his jersey and everything. I don't know. He wasn't wearing like the full uniform, but he was in street clothes with his jersey over the top.
What's his jersey number?
Dude, I can't remember. I don't know. I don't know what his number is, bro. It doesn't matter.
Nobody can tell you his jersey number. What number? Chat, real quick. What number? Don't look up on your phones. Shake, you're going to look it up.
Yeah.
What number is Darren Waller? Now, remember, this is Darren Waller that at one point in time you would have signed for a big deal and been like, holy cow, this guy, I got Darren Waller. Oh, fucking Cat in the Hat ruined it. He said 18. Is it 18, Shake? 83. Bryson says 83. No, Bryson. That's Malik Washington's number is 83.
Yeah. I'm looking up now. This is the official website of the Dolphins.
The Miami Dolphins. It's not 83, Joe Rist. Nah, it's 18, Brad Boss says. Malik is 6. Oh, well then who's 83? Damn, Malik was 83 last year. Is
Right,
D'Estridge I thought was 81. D'Estridge is 83?
Actually, Darren Waller is 83.
Darren Waller is 83. Oh, shit.
According to the
According to Lou, I don't trust that. Would Dolphins say it though?
It's 83. I'm looking at the app, Dolphins app. I got him at
Estridge is 82, and fucking what's his name is 81. Taj is 7. Shut up, Bryson. Tell me. We dropping this link or what, Ali? I think we should drop this link.
Drop it like it's hot.
I'm gonna try. I don't drop shit like it's hot because I got no feeling in my hands.
In that case, I'm going to do this real quick because we need to turn it up.
Oh shit! Turn it up, baby. Yeah.
Washington is number 6 now.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Get your weapon, get your blade out. Damn, then you gon' pay up. Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up.
Hit that like button, everybody.
Damn, then you gon' pay up.
Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Get your weapon, get your blade out. Damn, then you gon' pay up.
Make sure you get your donations in.
Yo, crank that volume,
Share a
turn it
couple
way
shots
up.
with
Turn
the
it way up.
boys.
Turn it way up.
Crank that volume, turn it way up.
Get thumbs up. Get another one.
Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up, way up. Put your hands, put your city, put your fans, put your state up.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Salute to the boys. Salute to everybody in chat. Salute to everybody hitting the like button. Salute to the Miami Dolphins for, getting pushed around and disrespected and coming out and actually, looking pretty decent. I get it. It's all second team guys. But you know what? When you're the second and third team and fourth team guys out there going against someone else's second, third, and fourth team guys, you representing us. And they represented us well. And I'm always happy when the guy, and listen, people say, oh, you enjoyed preseason, this, that, that. I always watch preseason because to me, these young guys, these bubble roster guys are this close to the biggest dreams of their lives. And they've been counted out a million times up. And every now and again, someone rises above themselves. Along with luck and the good Lord's blessing, they're healthy, they perform, they do something. And then next thing you know, his name is Damon Williams, and he's damn near the MVP in a Super Bowl. And now I get to know who those kind of dudes are because when they come around yonder, I'm watching them in the preseason. Hit the like button. Welcome up here to the Undertaker, who's here to choke slam all you hoes. Go ahead, Undertaker.
I'm here to collect all the bodies. I'm only here for the bodies.
Here for the bodies, and
I'm gonna need some pallbearers. I'm hiring pallbearers. And I need some bodies.
I got a fire cooking in the backyard right now, buddy. We're going to throw all them bodies in there and we'll gather them up and put them in a couple of urns.
And by the way,
yes.
Real quick, Crypto, I just want you to know that Michael K is not dead. He just smells that way.
I think we should still burn him.
Yeah. I think we should. Yeah, we should
think
we should still burn them. Yeah,
Still burn them, Shake.
get the urns ready. Get the urns ready.
There ain't no cleaning all that out. You got to just set that shit on fire, bro. There ain't enough soap on planet Earth for his nasty ass. What up, Tua Tuesdays? Hit the like button.
If you burn him, you'll see that he's actually a mule for Viagra. He stores bags of Viagra in places you don't even want to know about. So
that's fine. The only real problem we're gonna have burning this is that we might get a citation and damn near some jail time for having a chemical fire. So it is illegal to burn chemicals like that, and we very well might have to. And yeah, Iceman might need a sacrifice. Nothing like burning a fucking Buffalo Bills fan at the stake for the Miami Dolphins to get a Super Bowl. We want the crops to grow in this fall, boys. We need to get the corn to grow.
Anchor to him.
Sacrifice someone to God.
Let's talk about sacrifices real quick. I actually want to ask you guys this question. Is it time?
Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry, Ali. I'm sorry. I want to hear the question, but damn, Luke fucking DDT'd your ass with this one, Crypto. He says, of course he would come up as the Undertaker, puts everybody to sleep. Crypto is trash. Damn. Go ahead, Ali.
No, he's mad because I'm coming to collect my bodies because that body he got in that space earlier, they put him to sleep. They put him under, so I'm coming to collect the remains.
You're coming to reanimate the dead. Dade put Lou to sleep earlier.
And I'm coming to collect the remains.
Oh shit!
Well, I'm gonna tell you about somebody that's been putting me to sleep lately. Is it time for the Miami Dolphins to get off of the Jalen Wright train,
bro? First of all,
damn, you off the train already, Ali?
Ollie Gordon, RB2.
Right now. I'm really 1 foot out. I'm just saying.
Ollie Gordon is RB2 right now. Right this moment. It's done. Ollie Gordon, his blocking, his running, his pass catching,
his
ability to not do what Jalen Wright does is put the ball on the ground. You want to get, bro, if you would put the ball on the ground on any team that I played for, any team that I've coached,
I agree with that.
Spraying you with hoses with the ball in your hand, and everyone's punching it out, and every time you drop it, you're getting 10 mud push-ups like you're sprayed over them like it's the freaking Navy SEALs, and then you take their job from them. That's it. I don't care how big, how strong, how athletic you are. If the ball comes out of your hand, how many times this guy's got the ball way down here like he's carrying a baby, like he's carrying a loaf of bread? I'm tired of it. I like Jalen Wright. I think he can be something in this sport. He will never get the opportunity if he keeps dropping that ball on the damn ground. And you get the case of the dropsies, the little dropsy magoos. There's no coaching, there's no nothing, and guys get mental about it. Dudes get kind of mental about that stuff. I ain't here for it. I'm done with him. I don't know. That's on the coaching staff, but I'll tell you what. The other two guys that came in, that dude, what's his name? Hold on, let me get their names. Those other two running backs that came in the fourth quarter.
There's one guy that came in and he had 2 carries for 32 yards. I was like, who's
that?
He
had a 26-yard dash.
Yeah,
that was
that was right after the penalty too.
Great block.
That was good, real good.
Yeah, it was right after.
Right after the penalty, he got that big gash. Got it all back in one play.
Yeah. So let's go back to
like
Jalen quick. I like the other running backs for sure. Ollie Gordon all day long, bro. I'm on the Ollie Gordon train right now.
Shampklin.
Yeah,
running back Shampklin just torched him.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. But let's go back to Jalen Wright real quick. And I know we were hating on Zach Wilson a little bit, but there was some handoffs we made to Jalen Wright. I don't really know if he knows what to do, because one of them, it looked like Zach Wilson had to run like far to the left just to hand him the ball. Like he wasn't running to the ball like a normal handoff would look. It looked so bad, like he was reaching or something. It was really bad. And then he also doesn't look like he's too indecisive on what hole he's gonna hit, right? So those are some issues that I have with Jalen Wright.
Jalen Wright, and I agree with you right there. His first preseason game, I watched him stop his feet, think, and try to readjust.
Yeah.
And now, listen, it's a special talent to have as a running back that is Le'Veon Bell-esque. And Le'Veon Bell was the greatest I ever seen to do it. Was able to stop moving his feet, but never planted them. He never planted them, and he never, when he would stop moving his feet, he would never stop his feet horizontally. He would always have his stance narrowed with one foot out in front of the other to get ready to step forward in the direction he wanted to go. Jalen Wright is not him. He doesn't have that vision and stop and start ability. He's a guy that has to get the ball with weight moving downfield. And in the NFL, where there's limited gaps that open up, he's not doing well at it. He's trying to be a patient running back, but he doesn't have the burst speed to do it. He needs to get going downfield. Where the Dolphins will have the best with a guy like that is on those stretch plays, where he just stretches out and tries to freaking get to the sideline and turn up. That'll be the best for him because but again, you're not going to be in any way, shape, and form are you going to be running the ball other than as a relief pitcher to me. You got to have more tools than that, and drop along with whatever else you got going on. Dropping the ball is not good. Shout out to Brad Boss again. I'm getting ready to fill this up. He says Wright is not a scheme fit. Think Chase Edmonds. This entire offense is all about spacing, feel, and timing. And Chase Edmonds kind of has a little bit of that, but it's not that stop and start speed. And again, really, you're asking your guys to like get skinny. You're asking them to get skinny, but be big downfield. And there's a special type of running back. They're harder to find. Jalen Wright isn't able to be big downfield, but Devon Achane isn't the guy we asked to be big downfield because he can get around and get through tacklers by getting skinny and having that speed. I don't know what Jalen Wright can do other than being in a more different scheme like Brad Boss is pointing out. Shout out to the homie. In a more 21 personnel stacked offensive line, hitting the hole, getting into the backs of the offensive linemen and pushing and breaking things open. We're a little bit more finesse and ask a little bit more creativity than that, and he just doesn't fit it. And it sucks because it would be nice. Now, maybe if the Dolphins run a little bit of I formation with an offset I, and he's got a blocker out in front of him, and all he's got to do is follow the man in front of him and go inside or outside. He cuts and takes the inside depending on how he blocks, or he cuts and takes the outside depending on how the guy in front of him blocks. I think that's where he'll be best served.
Yeah, and I want to make
real quick. Shout out to Brad Boss. Got to do my shot.
Yeah, shout out to Brad. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate you. I want to make some real quick statements real quick. Carla says, I'm glad TFTG is agreeing with me finally on Ollie. If you rewind the tape in the offseason, go all the way back to when we drafted him. I've been telling everybody that
Ollie, we were scouting this guy. We were scouting this guy.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear that we finally agree with you. I think maybe it's you that have agreed with us. So thank you.
Yes, Carla. Just again,
I
Carla,
scouted them in elementary school. You guys are late. You guys are late to the party.
No, but again, Carla, and I know you've kind of taken your eye away from the tailgate for personal reasons. I know it's because you can't help but look at Capitan in that way.
Here, I got you, Carla. You don't have to worry about it. I'll play Michael K and send this inappropriately to you. There you go. Then you can look at them all the time.
If you want more better than that, you got to go to Capitan's OnlyFans, and I'll do the dance for you, Carla. I've done it a couple times, getting real good at it. But we scouted this guy, and I go back to the episode when I was talking about it, where my brother-in-law was talking to me about him. He's like, this kid is really good, because I always ask him, what's some late round running backs that are going to be pretty good that the Dolphins need? It's like, you want to get somebody with some speed and some power, you got to get Ollie Gord. And I had my eye on him since. You've confirmed. Again, buddy, we out here. If you want to get more good college football and know who we should draft or who we did draft, make sure you're checking out 4th and 10U with Ali and Mike on the mic.
Yeah, look, El Cab, look what Carla said after she saw that photo. My God.
I know. I know.
All right. So make sure you hit the like button. Everybody is welcome to come up on the panel. You know, did you pin the link? Did you pin the link?
Yeah, I pinned the link. They're scared tonight. I don't know why. You don't have to come up, but you should donate so I can get drunk. That's what you should do.
Yeah. So here, I'll do it for you since you're getting drunk and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, we have El Cap on stage 1. Get your dollar bills ready because he's going to be dropping them tonight.
Easy.
Oh, man.
Ladies drop their panties. I don't drop mine until theirs are already off because that's a gentleman. I'm a gentleman, Ali. I don't drop my panties until hers are already off like a gentleman should.
So
no means no, Ali.
Let's see. Well,
all right. Yeah, I got you, Joe. I don't know what's going on here.
My wife always says yes. She doesn't say no. So I mean, we got a special person up here. Before you bring him up, though, I just want to make this comment real quick. What do you guys think about Murphy? I think Murphy looked decent today.
Grayson Murphy. I love him. Yeah, Joe, I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna find that out right now. I like Grayson Murphy a lot. I've been watching him since we did get him. Him and Cam Good, bro. Again, and that was something I was gonna say. Wide receiver got depth. Edge defenders and outside linebackers got balloons of depth. Holy cow. Hit the like button, everybody. Turn it up. For our next person, J Miami Talk coming up in here. I don't know who this guy is, but word on the street.
Is that the new guy in the community?
Word on the street.
We like to welcome new guys in the community.
I've come up here to cancel you.
Hey, I'm just asking for a friend. Is it true that you are Lewis's boogeyman?
That's what I heard.
You know, when you stat check somebody, that's what happens, man. That's what happens.
You're getting barbecued by stat checkers. Damn.
It's fucking crazy, but you know, it's not hard to do, Jay. And way to catch yourself a baby body. Shit's wild. Look, he said, wow, TFTG finally found somebody worse than crypto.
All I'm saying is I got pointed out the passer rating.
I love you, Lewis. I love you.
No one's worse than Lewis.
But look at the passer rating from Dart today, and then how could you post something and then not realize that your brand new QB2 had a better passer rating and got drafted in the 7th round, and outperformed 2 first-round draft picks.
Hey, I will say that pass.
2 first-round draft. Looks like we got a new QB1. We got a new QB1.
I will.
You heard it here first.
I will say this real quick. That pass that you keep seeing on everybody's timeline of Jackson Dart, the one that went to nobody, that looks really bad, bro. That's like a Zach Wilson type throw. I'm not gonna lie. So, somebody messed up there. Hopefully, it's just a one-time thing, bro. To be honest, for him.
I am curious on like the kid, the way that he works. Like
which one today, Ali?
I don't understand. How
Jackson Dart today.
Jackson Dart had one today that was really bad, but what's his name had a really nice. Russell Wilson had a huge bomb, bro. To what was that receiver's name? I keep seeing it on my timeline. Damn it! I can't think of his name. Not Neighbors. Collins, I think it was. I think it was Collins. And oh my God, bro, that was a huge bomb. I'm like, damn. Russell Wilson.
But Wilson's always been good with the long pass.
I'm just going to tell you right now, so far in the offseason, I've heard more Russell Wilson than I have Jackson Dart. And for me, that tells me I think Russell Wilson's probably going to be the starter throughout the season this year as a Giant.
Yeah, he will.
I think this is hey kid, you step back and just watch for this season when it comes to Jackson Dart.
Development. Right, Jackson Dart going to be there.
That's what I think.
Development. Hey, they might surprise some people. Giants, man.
Maybe. Not very impressed with the Jets. I'm not impressed with the Jets at all.
Don't
they looked good last week, but this week
don't start the Jets combo.
Hey, Jay Miami, I got a question. How is your brother up in Pittsburgh? How's he doing?
I don't really talk about the ops, you know, and I do need to change this profile picture too. I just really haven't had time because I'm not on the YouTube too much, but it's coming.
It's coming. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for being on the show. We really appreciate you. So
Who's the Undertaker? Is that Crypto?
that is Crypto.
Oh my hell.
I'm here to collect bodies. I'm collecting
Jay.
bodies all night.
Jay, are you gonna be the pole bearer for him or some shit? What's the guy's name? Crypto.
I'm also a
Oh,
pall bearer. I'm hiring
Paul
the
Bearer.
pall bearers.
Hey, Jay Miami, what's good, homie?
What's good, Shake?
Damn, Shake, you just realized his bitch ass was up here?
No, I'm just I was just waiting for my turn to say what's up.
Oh, okay. Fuck him.
shout out to Iceman who reminded me. Jordan Phillips. People are saying that he's a steal now. Starting to look like a steal. So that's
Could
kind of
be.
exciting. Go ahead, Crypto.
No, I said it could be. It could be still.
Could be. We have a lot of young players that I'm impressed with. I'm really impressed with our receivers right now. D. Eskridge is looking real damn good right now. Taj Washington looking real good. You know, and I know Malik will be there. The one guy I was hoping to see more of, he just doesn't seem like he fits the scheme right now. And the way they use him is Andrew Armstrong. I was hoping to see a lot more of him. So, Jay, Miami, you're quiet, man. What do you think? You're on mute.
I was gonna say, what did Skylar Thompson do today?
I can tell you right now what he did. He did 10 for 15, 113 yards, and 1 interception. He averaged
Okay,
7.5.
Did you say turnover?
Yeah, he had a turnover. Correct.
Couldn't
Last
be our
week he was
QB2.
almost perfect.
Teddy Bridgewater, on the other hand, went 6 for 11 for 85 yards and 2 tutties.
Who we played for?
He plays for
for Tampa,
Buccaneers.
right?
He plays for Tampa, yeah.
Yeah.
And
He's
my
the Bucs.
homie for Tampa, let's see what he did. Amika Abuka caught 1 pass for 5 yards and a touchdown. I'll take it. I'll take the tutty.
No,
But
he's
honestly
gonna
think-
be nasty though. He's gonna be nasty.
Dude, I know he's going to be nasty. I told everybody.
Especially now with like McMillan's injury. I don't know how severe it is. I mean, that shit looked bad. It looked nasty. I mean, him getting dropped on pretty much on his head. So, but I mean, even in college, Mbuka was a freaking demon. So
If we didn't have the need and issues that we did on this team and this roster, bro, could you imagine Amika Abuka on this roster now?
I mean, it just shows you a little bit. Look at the Washingtons, man. Like, I mean, those guys, they're stepping up, man. I'm excited for the wide receiver core, honestly, though, because that gives me a little bit of life as a Dolphins fan, a little bit, because we knew we were trying to.
Yeah. Based on what I saw them doing, the routes they were running, the speed that they have, Taj Washington at times he does things that remind me of Waddle, you know, a little bit, and it was very enlightening. Like I kind of feel a little bit more comfortable if we only have Waddle or Tyreek out there, and then we have one of these guys. I kind of feel comfortable a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
I met Jamie Moore, but Cam Ward. How's Cam Ward looking?
Is he talking about the 2 for 7 with like 40 yards, no touchdowns, and back-to-back football games with with Ewers putting up 2 touchdowns in just one game? Are we talking about the same guy? The same Cam Ward? Are we talking about that Cam Ward?
I reckon so.
Man, that's crazy. Where did he get drafted at? What was his overall pick?
He's still going to be the rookie of the year.
Yeah, rookie of the who?
Who's going to be rookie of the year?
Yeah, you got to change that profile to.
Who?
This guy over here, man. He's about to get his ass cooked.
Cam Ward will be rookie of the year. You heard it
Yes,
first.
Cam Ward will be rookie of the year. Be lucky, he might not be off. He might be offensive player of the year. Cam Ward's gonna be great. I don't give a fuck what Jay says.
Cut it out
shit right now,
Cut it out.
bro. Jay,
Cut
you
it
need to quit.
out.
You need to pass the Dutchie, dog, because that
Listen,
shit's
I'm telling you,
rotting
the
your
quarterback-
motherfucking
I'm telling you
brain.
right now, the quarterback room for the Miami Dolphins next year is going to be absolutely disgusting. You're going to have Quinn as the starter, Lagway as the backup. You're probably not going to have Tua there, but the quarterback room is going to be fucking elite. I'll tell you that right now.
Elite, huh?
Listen, man, I do find
Jay,
it funny,
stop
though,
living in the future and live in the now. What are we talking
and that's what I
about?
was going to get to, Cap. This is what I was going to get to. And it's not even to, like, troll, but, like, I do find it messed up that, like, a lot of people shitted on Quinn Ewers last week based on his first time ever in an NFL game. You know, obviously, the whole
I thought it was bad.
And I didn't think he had the greatest performance, but I also noticed that, you know, today the line held up a lot better than they did last week. The receivers played a lot better than last week, and it seemed like it was gelled. Like last week, he was getting pressured in like 2 seconds. Like it was ugly. It was disgusting. I mean, now again, the numbers speak for themselves today. He was making some big boy throws, but it's so weird that he's making these throws so effortlessly. Anybody notice that? Like, there's not really, like, Ghost said it today.
I hear that, but at the same time, I'd like to see a little bit more velocity on some of this stuff too.
But
Again,
he hasn't been pushed to do that yet. That's what's because I want to see a fucking deep ball so bad to see like where he's really at. Like where's that?
I want to see Ewers kind of feel it and kind of play a little fast and loose out there. But I feel like he's still kind of operating and thinking about the scheme and practice. But unlike Zach Wilson, he's delivering. Zach Wilson is thinking and not getting the ball out while he is. So again, I'm gonna give Ewers his flowers that he deserves, but let's pump the brakes a little bit on him
I'm
being
just throwing off what
Cam
I'm
Ward,
seeing.
bro. You
Like I
guys
said, I mean, look at
just
the
watch
difference.
your
Look at
fucking filthy
Look
ass
at Zach
mouth.
Wilson. Look at Zach Wilson and look at Quinn. Like, also panic in the pocket. There's not a lot. You don't see Quinn. You saw like Zach Wilson fucking panics.
Yeah, I agree, and I agreed to that. But just being better than Zach Wilson doesn't make him automatically better than Cam Ward, bro. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm a little ruthless tonight, but I'm not really trying to take it to that level because this is only 2 games in, so I don't really want to push the button right now. But like, all I'm saying is I like what I see, and I do want to see him get a little bit more aggressive. But I also don't know. Look what McDaniels today called a freaking screen on 3rd and 8 when he was moving the football. Call a fucking screen on 3rd and 8.
Yeah, I know. I posted that video.
Hold on real quick. Hold on. I got to call out Lewis for the hypocrisy. Lewis, I'm sorry. You're wrong. The people that Ewers throws to aren't pub sub makers at Publix. Let's be real. They're working at Subway for $5 for every foot long. That's why.
Yeah, and that's all that fucking Lou's worried about is footlongs, that fucking weirdo. Him and Michael Tay. Hit the like button, everybody. Speaking about hitting the button,
There you
hit
go.
that like button for everybody.
And
Make sure you
speaking
guys
of
are
those,
getting
you've been
them
on
likes in and get
Facebook.
those donations in. Capitan's dying of thirst. I'm gonna drink one of my own. Fuck y'all.
But yeah, those guys that play at they're working at Subway, bro. They ain't working at Publix. They're not
And
good enough.
listen,
Yeah.
Publix got good 401ks, baby.
Yeah, they
Listen.
actually, if you get to a certain level at Publix, they actually pay you.
Y'all can rip on Publix all you want, but everybody who stayed working at Publix for 40 years is retiring with a lot of Publix stock,
Hey,
buying a big ass
I
house.
was just about to say.
Fuck up out of here. Just want to point out, here comes the boogeyman, Jay. He came because you said he was a hoe, and there he is right there.
He's got a
He got hand, foot, and mouth disease noted by his name. We're gonna hear him out. Maybe I don't know how transferable hand, foot, and mouth disease is,
Oh shit!
It's an adult STD for when you get it.
It's very uncurable. It's not
getting the
curable.
chickenpox when you're a kid, but when you're an adult, it really fucks you up with that hand, foot, and mouth disease. Go ahead, Lou.
I mean that's real cute. My grandmother once told me a 2-week shot of penicillin clear up anything. So that's all that matters to me. Ali, salute to you, right? You know what I heard Ali you say earlier? Something about hypocrisy, right? Okay. You know what's crazy with the hypocrisy? That one El Capitan last week was booty clapping for Shador Sanders.
I was booty clapping for Shador.
All I want to do, Ali, please, if I may, can I just finish? That's all I need.
Go for it, sir. Go ahead.
Now, Capitan had his Daisy Dukes on while his booty cheeks were clapping for Shador Sanders, 14 for 23. Right, Ali? But today, Zach Wilson goes 15 for 23, and everybody says he played a shit game. It was terrible. It wasn't good. This, that, and the third. But all of a sudden, 14 for 23 was great last week, all right? I'm just trying to figure out how the hypocrisy works over here.
Well, I can
One
tell
of
you how
them threw no touchdowns and one of them threw 2 touchdowns. That's the difference.
how it works because I actually
I don't know what this hoe's talking about. I don't even know who Shador Sanders is. I don't know why he's out here trying to pass aspersions on El Capitan with this fucking lion ass bullshit. Or who? This motherfucker out here capping, got his hand in his foot in his mouth, saying some dumbass shit. That's all I know. Fuck out of here.
I don't know if Lewis is actually capping because I've been provided footage of you booty clapping.
Go ahead, clap them cheeks. Let's see it.
There he is.
He's
Subway,
hey, real quick, Ali. Real quick. I want to point. I don't know what's. Pull that picture back up. What the fuck's going on with the dude's right shin?
I don't know.
The motherfucker got like a growth on his. Like that's just disgusting.
That's the hand, foot, and mouth. That's the hand, foot, and mouth.
That's that hand, foot, and mouth disease. Caught that from Lewis spewing all that bullshit all over the tailgate one time.
Don't worry. Jay's gonna catch it too when I go to fucking Georgia for the Atlanta game. I'll put these hands and feet on them real quick. Don't worry about it.
Honestly, Jay, I drive right past your fucking hood on all the time. I gotta stop in and see you one time, motherfucker.
What are you talking about? You drive by his hood. What do you got the gate code to get into the community?
True that. I ain't got that.
He's in his neighborhood.
They ain't gonna let the likes of El Capitan just walk up into Jay's gated ass community.
You showed up on the block.
Fucking white bread wasp having ass. God damn it.
Be careful going to his hood because you might come back with that hand foot disease in your eye from looking at him.
Yeah. You get near Jay Miami too close, you get pink eye. God damn it. You get fucking pink eye real quick. Fucking Jay got that gift that keeps on giving. You heard? He got that nasty shit. He got that shit penicillin can't fix. Fuck out of here.
All
right. I'll be back, Ali. I'll be back.
All right. Lewis, but I got questions for you for real. Are you out on Jalen Wright? Is the Jalen Wright story over?
Yeah. For me, Ali, it is. That Jalen Wright, I think someone said it in your chat earlier, and I agree with. He's just not a scheme fit, bro. It doesn't fit the scheme. I'd much rather have Ollie Gordon and Madison. It's a shame that he went down because he was looking good in this. I just think, Jalen Wright, again, he's going to be on the team. We know that because where they drafted him last year. But no, as of right now, for me, he's RB3. Ollie Gordon should be running back 2, in my opinion.
I agree 100%. That's where I'm at. I'm hoping that we see more and more of him, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Right now, Jalen Wright hasn't done anything to impress me. Now, I haven't seen it once, not at the training camp sessions I've been to or in the games. That's where I'm at right now. So it is what it is.
Absolutely. Shake Money, what's good, by the way? Glad to see you back,
what's good,
dog.
Lewis, man? How you doing, me and Mano? How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
I'm doing good, bro. Yeah, good to have you back here and back home, man. So.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, tell Tony I'm gonna take my hat off to him because goddamn, man, I was bitching about the 4-hour flight I was on. Damn, he was on a 9-hour one. God damn, boy, I wouldn't do that if you fucking paid me. Shit.
Try
Yeah, that's a long
for real.
trip.
That's a fact.
You think a 9-hour one's bad? I've been on a
I took that trip.
16-hour flight.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, 16 hours.
Yeah.
Dude, I slept the whole thing, bro. I took a sleeping pill and I was out. I was just like, wake me up when it's over.
You said
Oh,
16
man.
hours? Damn.
Yeah.
Were you in Japan?
No, it was to Kuwait.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was 12 hours to England, right? And then from England, we jumped on another plane and went to Kuwait, like instantly. Like there was like hardly any layover, like 30 minutes at very most.
Right.
So it took forever, bro.
Ali, I'll give you a guy that's been, quietly catching my eye. Tony's been going to training camp practice, kind of giving me some insight. Obviously, you've been going as well, dropping nuggets here and there. But just on tape, bro, Grayson Murphy, number 42, bro, he just makes plays, Ali.
You saw the game today, right? You saw the game today.
Absolutely. Grayson Murphy is a guy I'm highly intrigued on. Again, not in the starter role, but we always talk about this team and the job of how they're constructed, of the roster, this, that, and the third. You know all the stories, obviously. The fact of the matter is to have a guy like Grayson Murphy as depth behind the Chop Robinsons, the Bradley Chubbs, the Jalen Phillips, the Zach Sealers of the world. That's good depth on that D line, bro. I'm starting to actually love Grayson Murphy. I think I got a little man crush on Grayson Murphy.
Breaking news: Lewis has a man crush on Grayson Murphy. That's freaking awesome.
Hey, call it what you want. I'm telling you right now. Hey, Grayson Murphy, man, he's starting to grow on me a little bit, man.
He is on me too. And to be honest, we saw like slight flashes of it last season before he got injured, right? So that's why I kind of had high hopes for him this year. I'm glad that he's starting to come into his own. It's actually it's something a little bit different this year, Lewis, in my opinion. It seems like last year and the year before, we got excited for the starters, but we really didn't see as many of these backups starting to flash as we do this season. Look at like D. Eskridge. Look at Taj Washington. Those guys are starting to tear it up. That guy that was doing punt returns or kickoff returns, Henning or whatever, looked awesome today. Grayson Murphy looked awesome today. Jordan Phillips looked really good. There a lot of these second, third, and maybe even fourth string players are starting to make their way up. I'm glad to see that people are stepping up. That's what I'm glad to see. So,
hey Lewis, real quick, when you going to the Indy game, what day you flying out?
Saturday.
What time?
I fly out at 9:20. I think the flight leaves, and I think I land in India at like 11:30.
Damn, what? Because I think we're. Are you flying Spirit?
Nah, Southwest.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, I think we're on the same flight.
Where are you flying out of?
Tampa.
Okay, yeah, we're probably on the same flight because I know when I get there, because we're riding all together, we're gonna get a rental car when we get out there. But Tony, I don't think gets out there. Tony and Alex, I think they get out there a little bit after 2. So I'll be in the airport for about 2.5, maybe 3 hours. It don't matter. I sit there and drink or do whatever.
I get there a little after 1 something. Yeah, I'll be arriving.
Even if we don't fly the same airplane, I still land at 9:30.
I've never been to the airport in Indianapolis. Is it nice?
Well, we all be at the airport almost at the same time.
Well,
I've never been to the Indianapolis airport. Is it nice?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's dope. I like it. It's nice.
Cool.
They have this nice barbecue place that I want to try.
Oh, you talked about that place the last time, I think, when you were out there. You talked about going to it.
I was trying to get some food, but I almost missed my flight. I had to get the hell out of line and get on my plane.
You got to
call me my name. Like
you got to take a shuttle.
Last call, I'm like, oh shit! I hauled ass to my plane.
There we go.
You got to take a shuttle in between terminals, like you do in Orlando.
Nah, it's one.
Oh, okay.
Crypto, you bringing the hot dogs to Indianapolis?
No.
No, he's taking an hour and a half drive over to Toledo and getting real hot dogs. That's what he's doing.
Oh yeah, that's how far it is.
Tacos. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
About an hour and a half drive, give or take.
Toledo. Okay.
Might be. I can't. It's been a long time since I've driven to Indianapolis from Toledo, but I want to say it takes an hour, about an hour to an hour and a half. Going to Columbus, and Indianapolis is just west of Columbus.
Hey, Ollie, how did you like seeing an appearance from the ghost Cam Smith?
The ghost of Cam Smith? I don't know.
Talking about the future MVP.
Cam Smith made I think it was at least one play he made today.
Yeah, he made a good play, and I didn't even realize that this man was actually dressing up and playing today.
I didn't even know about it either until somebody mentioned it. Hey, talk about players that I was right on. Somebody said in the chat I was right. What do you guys think about a possible offensive rookie contender, Trevion Henderson, of our rivals up north for the New England Patriots? What do you guys think of him?
Man,
I haven't seen him.
Fuck the Patriots.
I think
that dude's explosive.
I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
You talking about the fast receiver?
No, running back.
The running back.
Oh, the running back. Oh, okay.
I think he might be good, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anybody's gonna run on Miami though. I have a sneaky suspicion we're gonna be a top 5 defense from the running to like stopping the run. I think we're gonna be top 5 in that. I don't see a lot of teams running on this front 7, but I do think, to your point or question, Ali, I think Trevion Henderson is nice, but I don't know. I think when Miami plays him, I don't know if he's gonna be able to get off like that.
I get you. Maybe not. Probably not. I think we're more set up to stop the run more than anything else. So definitely. But if you look at, their running back room and what they got going on, I think he's a nice weapon for them. He's super quick. He has great hands. And one thing he does that not a lot of running backs can do at a very high level, pass block. His pass block ability is by far one of the best in this draft. So
he's probably going to be a featured running back, a featured.
Yeah, we'll see, but he's done some impressive stuff. He's the kid that on his first game, first kickoff, ran a 100-yard return touchdown. So he's going to do.
That's who that was. That's who that was last week against Washington.
Yeah, that's who that was. So he's going to be. I think he's going to be special. I don't know if he'll run up against us, but I could see him doing it against other teams for sure. I'm watching a replay of the game right now. Actually, speaking of which, Lou, do you find watching the game on the local regional channels to be better than watching it on the ticket?
Yeah. The day I found even last week, I watched. Both games were carried by CBS, Channel 4 in Miami. And I think it's Bo Camper and somebody else that called the game.
Well, what I was saying is, like, when I was watching the game on the ticket for our box, if you know what I'm talking about.
I had it on the ticket.
The ticket version, it glitches out every once in a while. When I put it on regular regional channels, no problem. Not no problem at all. So that's why I was wondering what you thought of that.
Yeah, I didn't
use mine, Ali.
Yeah, I didn't use my ticket today. I've been both weeks. I watched it on CBS 4. I got a CBS 4 Miami and Fox Miami saved as under my favorites. So depending on which network is carrying the game, so I usually do it like that. The only time I use the ticket, Ali, is for like all the other games.
Well, yeah, you can do that, but what I also been doing is I was going to like CBS Kansas City, CBS Boston, to watch the other game.
Right. Yep.
No problem. I can definitely do that. But what I found is when you go to the group section for NFL games only,
Mhm.
Every once in a while, it freezes up and it closes me out and I have to go back into it. But as soon as I switch to regular regional channels and watch the stuff there, and I just have to find the game that I want,
Right.
it's like no problem. So that's why I was curious if you had the same issue.
Nah, I haven't really had. I got good internet because my wife works from home, so we got good internet here. So I really never had no problem with that. And Ali, I know this is a football show, real quick, but it just seems like everybody on TFTG now has a super box. Obviously, I have mine and stuff. Any complaints with them, or are we good with them so far? Like from like overall, like the team. What is the team saying about the super box?
Everybody knows how I feel. I want to get another one.
I
In
don't.
fact, I'm ordering another one soon.
Yeah, I
So
definitely don't have
that's
no
where
issue
I'm
with
at.
mine. Both versions, the 6 or the 5.
Yeah, I have the 6 Max, and I have an Ultra that's coming to me soon as well. So I don't have any problems with that. I like everything about it. I understand that it updates just like your Android phone does every so often, and they have to put out new updates. I get that, but so far no problem. I like it. In fact, I'm watching the game on playback right now, and it looks beautiful, full high def, the whole 10 yards.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to the Superbox gang, man. So,
yep. Hit the like button, everybody. Turn on the notification bell and subscribe if you're brand new. We're talking Dolphins, real talk Dolphins. If you want to join the panel, feel free to do so. It is linked at the top. But yeah, so Lewis, what are your thoughts on today? What was your most exciting thing that you saw? Anything that stood out to you that you didn't really know about before?
well, again, Grayson Murphy is always popping off the screen. That's number one for me. I think he's one of those guys, kind of like an AVG type. Not a big name, really don't know him. Always around the ball, always seems to be making plays. Grayson Murphy for me is one. I didn't really know how good D. Eskridge was, Ali.
Yeah, extra stick out with me. Yeah.
Yeah, like in the punt, in the return game, he's good. Special teams, right? Making a name for himself. Wide receiver wise, I heard Cap bring it up earlier on the underthrow for Zach Wilson. He had his guy beat by at least 5 yards. So, D. Eskridge is another guy for me. And then I just wanted to see both quarterbacks, backup quarterbacks wise, Ali. They kind of both look shaky preseason game 1 against Chicago. I think both of them, again, Quinn Ewers, obviously, he had the better day today, but I still wouldn't say Zach Wilson was terrible. Again, he was 15 for 23, no interceptions, a touchdown, did lead the team down on a touchdown drive. So that's encouraging from the backup quarterback position, Ali, that a game where the 3 touchdowns were put up, no INTs or whatever, or no turnovers, period. It was a good day overall for the Dolphins, man. Good to see football's back, and anytime our Aqua and Orange can win a game, man, it's good. So that would be my takeaways from the
Hey,
day.
Lewis, I thought we were
Yeah.
bitched at joint practice again. How the hell did we win this game? What the fuck?
Well, I mean, I don't know. You got to question those guys, Jay. I would still say it was still concerning going into Detroit the first day when that whoever linebacker said what he said, and then the very next day you get punked by that same team. But hey, listen, they fought back the next day, and then obviously today they came out of there with a win. Even though preseason games don't matter or nothing like that, like I said, it's just good to have football back. And anytime the Dolphins win, man, it's as fans we should all be excited. But
No,
it is what it is.
And I'll be honest with you, man. What really gets my blood flowing is seeing Ollie Gordon put a fucking just when him and the safety just collided. Like that's the energy. That's the energy we need. And people are saying like RB2, but there's a real possibility out there that necessarily you could say RB2, but you could also say RB1 to where Devon Achane gets more involved in the pass game. He's rotated around. And then Ollie Gordon is taking some of the snaps, and it's kind of like you don't really have a RB2. You kind of have pretty much 2 RB1s for the most part because they both could be on the field at the same time because of what you can do with Devon Achane. And especially, again, this is only 2 games in, but Ollie Gordon is showing you. I mean, look at the leap from, you grabbing him in the draft, and then Jalen Wright is the guy that was supposed to be what we thought, what we're seeing from Ollie Gordon. We thought we were going to be seeing that by Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright sits down. He looks fucking lost out there. He can't find a gap. He can't find a hole. But Ollie Gordon sees the holes. He sees what he's doing. He's running with fucking power. He also has speed. He does breakaway speed. And it's just like, damn, like this is a guy that you need on third and shorts, on second and short. Like this is
Jay,
you give the ball to.
Yeah, Jay, the only thing that concerns me about Ollie Gordon, and I'll be honest, is the wear and tear on his body since he's having to carry Quinn Ewers through the preseason. I just, again, bro, somebody needs to go get that kid a back brace or something from having to carry Quinn Ewers through the preseason.
Stop it. How many rushing yards did Ollie Gordon have today? I'm curious.
Gordon, let me tell you. I'll tell you in 1 second. Just bear with me.
It doesn't matter. You seen some of that play action that Quinn Ewers was coming off. That's because the defense respect for Ollie Gordon. So
you know what? And that's a great point because again, that's what you want.
I know it was a great point. I know it was a great point, Jay. It came out of my mouth. That's all I do is have great points out here, Jay.
Damn. First of all, Ollie Gordon had 50 yards, just so you know, and 10 carries, 50 yards. And I just want to say, Dade came in here hot, Lewis, saying Lewis and Jay some hoes. Damn.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, Ali, ever since Cam Ward went 2 for 7 for 40 yards, Dade's had his panties in a bunch, man. He's gonna be okay, man. And him and Cam Ward will have better days, man.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Lewis. How many completions has Cam Ward had in 2 games?
I think 7 total, I believe.
Yeah, I'd be pretty upset too.
Damn.
That's a small sample size for the MVP of the league next year.
Have they even allowed him to play like a full half yet?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Nah, remember Ali. That's all he's used to playing anyway. Remember he quit in the Pop-Tart Bowl. He only gives you a half anyway.
Hey, calm down.
I wonder if they allowed him to keep that trophy and make
coach's decision.
Just saying. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. What's up, Canes? How are you? How are you doing?
How are you, fellas?
Good.
I actually had a question for you and Lewis.
Okay.
If you had a final roster, spot for the receivers, since everybody's been balling out, especially like with Eskridge and the Washington, who would your final 7 be? Because that's probably all we're gonna keep, right?
I think we're only keeping 6 receivers, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well. What I don't understand is why do we have 2 punters on the roster? Wouldn't you think wouldn't you rather have a little bit more receivers than punters?
Yeah, we're one of those punters. I think Stonehouse is his job to lose. I think that would get rid of Jake Bailey.
Yeah, I think Stonehouse.
Bailey actually has a better yard average.
My question
Bailey actually have better average.
My question to you guys is during the games, I don't know, like Jake Bailey's been the one taking the snaps for field goals. What is he even doing here? That it's like all signs are pointing to, him Bailey starting.
Well, Jake Bailey might start. All I know.
But that's my
point.
Are we that retarded that we're gonna keep 2 punters?
No, we're not keeping. No. That's what I'm saying. We're not keeping 2 punters. And I'm with you. If your opinion is we're keeping 7 wide receivers, I would say yeah. I know Ali said 6, but I think we do carry 7 this year.
But even then, if we keep 6, the same question: who would be your guys' 6, based off of this far into preseason?
Well, I'll tell you. Let me answer first. I'm going to tell you. You already know the first 2, Waddle and Tyreek. They're given.
Yeah, that's automatic. Right?
Yeah. And then you got Malik Washington, and then you have, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, D. Eskridge and Taj Washington are making this roster. That leaves one
because we just signed him too.
Well, that's what I'm about to bring up. That leaves 1 roster spot left as a wide receiver. Lewis, what are your thoughts on Westbrook Akine? He hasn't popped as much as I thought he would, or flashed, I would say, this off. What do you think about that?
I mean, that's a very good question, Ali. He hasn't really popped. I don't know if they get. I think he makes the roster though. I'll just end it with that. I think even if he's lower on the totem pole, he gives you a big body option. That would be 6. The one that I would say, I don't know if they're getting rid of yet, and I know it's not a popular opinion. I think Eric Izakama is the 7th wide receiver. I think they're keeping Easy.
I think it's time to wash your hands on him.
Wait. You just reminded me. Theo
trying to
Weiss.
tell y'all
Theo
that.
Weiss is a guy to look at too. Let's not forget him also.
That's what I was gonna say.
I think Theo Weiss though makes the practice squad. I think they try to put him on the practice squad.
I think they try to stash him.
Yeah, I think they put the same thing that they did with like Taj Washington last year. Either get him on the practice squad and protect them, or a so-called injury happens where he stays on the roster, but he's out for the year like Taj was last year.
I think if Taj hits practice squad, he's gone.
No, Todd. Well, I'm with Ali. I think both Washingtons make this roster. I think Westbrook Akine, like I said, if they do 7, I think Eric Izakama is the one that I think they still have a vision for Eric Izakama.
Right.
I know it sounds crazy. I know he hasn't been on the field, cool, but I think Eric Izakama, again, he does have value, and if you keep him, then you at least have 2 big body wide receivers that are on the roster with Westbrook Akine and Eric or Easy E.
Yeah,
so
we got to have some kind of.
It's not crazy because that's my original opinion.
Oh well, then never mind. I'm going with Ali 6. I don't want to. I do not want to agree with Crypto.
So Cat and a Half, welcome to the show, man. I like the name.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's up? What are your thoughts, man? Are we keeping 6 or 7 receivers on this roster?
I think we're gonna keep 7 receivers on this roster. I think Theo Weiss though would be 7, and Ezukama would probably hit the practice squad because he's a little bit older, less likely to get snagged by another team.
He does have some, I mean, he has some skill traits that some teams would like, to be honest.
I just think that the performance that Theo Weiss is putting in the preseason is going to attract a lot of attention, to whereas Ezukama hasn't really put up as much of a performance.
I get you.
But that's where guys like that, for at least for me, they kind of scare me a little bit, because I get it, he's performing, and we also got to remember the guys he's performing against. No disrespect, but those guys are making Subway sandwiches next week, to use Ollie's.
It's the third string, and it's going against third string. So what can you say there? It's preseason.
And again, I could say that I believe we should be making Subway sandwiches next week as well. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get too high on guys like that. I don't know. I think, again, at least for me, I think that Eric Izakama upside is more than Weiss does. I think Weiss, you can get away with putting him on the practice squad.
I kind of like the idea of stashing Weiss somewhere, like we did with Taj, because I think Taj, I mean, you look at the product, it looks a lot more prepared to be on this roster. He looks like he's in much better shape. He looks like he kind of got more toned and looks more physical, to be honest, than he did his rookie season. And then you look at Theo Weiss, he looks like he needs that 1 year to get his body the way that they need him to. I would look at maybe trying to stash him if we could. If we could, I would do it. That's my thoughts.
No, I wanted to come up here and ask you guys y'all's opinion on Mike McDaniel in this game. Me personally, I feel like he made a game-winning decision there at the end in the fourth quarter with that field goal instead of going for it there. Granted, we didn't know the defense was going to show up at the end of the game with that INT to seal the deal. But going into that worst-case scenario, we tie the game at 24-24 rather than losing the game 24-17.
No, actually, I think it would have ended with somebody winning. Given Dan Campbell's history, he would have went for a 2-point conversion, or he would have made it or missed it. Somebody would have eventually won that game. Even if they would have
Yeah,
scored a touchdown.
Dan Campbell.
Dan
doesn't-
Campbell would have went for it on fourth
He
down.
don't
He would have
vote
went
for
for the 2-point
He
conversion.
always going for the win, bro. That's what he's gonna do.
Yes, either we was going to win or they was going to win.
I think Mike McDaniel kicked the field goal because he didn't have trust in Quinn Ewers to go for it. That's what I believe.
Shut that shit up.
Okay, I can see that. I'm trying to look for improvement from Mike McDaniel. That's all. That's why I asked. But I am super high on Ollie Gordon, though. I do believe he's going to use him kind of like how Raheem Mostert. We saw Raheem Mostert a couple years ago. That was probably Alexander Madison's role, but the unfortunate injury, Ollie Gordon's the next man up for that.
Yeah, I agree 100%. In regards to McDaniel, though, he has said in the past that he really uses preseason games kind of like practice, right? So the fact that he didn't go for it is kind of surprising, like you said. It definitely is.
That's because they got stopped before. Didn't they get stopped before on the fourth down?
Well, I mean, not only that, but like if you look back at the end of the first half, they ran the ball down the field in 1 minute and 20 seconds and scored a touchdown. Now, granted, that was second strings and this is now third strings, but same concept. So now he's thinking it's inside the 2-minute warning. We could tie the game up here if they do run it down, which they did run it down there. They got it all the way to the 12-yard line and they went for a touchdown, but it got intercepted. Right, so that would have tied the game up. In worst case scenario, we tie the game instead of losing the game. I don't know. I'm just trying to look at if that was a coaching decision or if that was a I don't trust Quinn Ewers decision.
Good point. Good point. I definitely understand it. It is very interesting. I'm not really sure if he may be learning from past mistakes, but for me, I kind of think you're in a situation that you shouldn't really overthink things. Take the points when you can get them. That's
right.
me.
I don't believe in any of that due to the fact that I still watch this head coach throw a fucking screen on 3rd and 8. So after that, I don't care about none of that extra bullshit. Like McDaniel is still doing bonehead Mike McDaniel bullshit. So I'm not gonna put any of that shit on Quinn Ewers, especially when the guy was moving the fucking football today. I'm not gonna say, oh, you didn't trust Quinn. Full fucking shit, because you got to witness Zach Wilson. Even though he had the yards, he still did look like fucking garbage. I don't give a damn what nobody says. He still looked like fucking trash. Ewers was moving the ball. He was doing his thing. And again, right when he was fired up, what do you call on 3rd and 8? You call a fucking screen. So yeah, I absolutely don't go with that bullshit of I don't trust Quinn Ewers. It's preseason. You take chances. You take risks, except for the fact that you're still doing dumbass Mike McDaniel shit. That's what makes me just want to rip my fucking hair out with Mike McDaniel.
You talk about taking chances and stuff, and no offense to you, Jay, but you're starting to make some of the comments that people make about Tua and bringing it back to the quarterback when I don't think it had anything to do with the quarterback. I think it was a matter of, hey, I think I need to take the points here and just roll with it and get used to that. I mean, look, how many times?
Yeah, because if you go back to the week 1 game, when our first string ran the ball down the field, if he would have took the points there, we could have kneeled the ball. We could have kneeled it out at the end of the game instead of running around like a bunch of high school dropouts trying to score and end up tying. We could have won that game if we would have took the points the first time.
Well, not even that also, but even all these in the track. So you even heard me too when everybody was like, they were so happy that McDaniel was still running the football on the first drive with Tua, and we ran the ball once, twice, 3 times, 4 times skunked, and I'm like, the defense is ready. The defense is fully prepared for you guys to run the football. And I get it. You guys want to see how good your offensive line is. At that point, like at that time frame, you need to throw the football. The defense already understands they are 100% ready for you to run the football. And instead of you being aggressive, letting Tua get out there and throw the football, you're like, we're going to test the Chicago Bears red zone defense, and we're going to run it for the 4th time straight. That's fucking bad coaching. That's not on the offensive line. That's Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, and I know, and I would have been totally okay with them throwing the ball and missing it in that situation. But it's like he didn't. He ran it. He did the same run play four times in a row.
Soft. He got tired of getting called soft, and he wanted to show people he wasn't soft.
Maybe.
Well, he should have pulled Jalen Wright out and put Ollie Gordon in.
Yeah, that dude's like quicksand. Like his
You got to be able to run with the personnel you got.
No, he had Ollie Gordon. He could have pulled out Jalen Wright and put in Ollie Gordon or Madison. Madison was still available at that time.
Wow, I just saw.
Part of that package.
Hey, I'm watching the replay.
That's adjustments.
Right?
That's part of adjustments, man. Like you need to make adjustments for your packages. Like if this guy isn't working, adjust it. Put somebody else in there that will work with. This is coaching. This is the things we need to see our coach improving on.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that first drive. He wanted to impose his will on the opponent.
Yeah, that worked out fucking wonderful.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and they did 3 yards.
It didn't.
You know,
Maybe it'll work next time.
I'm watching the replay of the game, right? And I just realized I had missed this. There was a Cam Smith sighting. He actually made a tackle today. I was like, oh,
yeah. Hey, Ali, let me ask you a question. You think on that one deep pass that Zach underthrew, it was like 2 yards he underthrew that guy. You think if that was Tua to Waddle or Tua to Hill, that would have been a hit and a touchdown? Or do you think if that was Ewers to Theo Weiss or Eskridge, would that have been a hit for a touchdown?
See, to be fair, that's like just taking random shots at Tua because one, we haven't seen Ewers really go deep yet. We've seen Tua underthrow before. That's just like fuck it. I mean,
I'm not taking shots. I'm saying if that was Tua and Waddle, they would have hit that. That would have been a touchdown.
But that's not even 100% true.
That's still hypothetical. Exactly. That's also hypothetical too. It's not like Tua's never underthrown
the timing with them is better. You could tell the timing was so off. Zach threw that ball like a half a second too late. The timing was just not there.
So Tua has never had an instant where he had bad timing with his starters.
You also have
he definitely has. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying in this instance right now, this is what it was.
Right, but that doesn't make it because those players are there. That would have been a solution. That would have been a definite
but that was
answer.
That was the perfect situation to show your arm, and he completely failed.
Real quick, in regards to that. First of all,
both of them's arm
has been throwing to Tyreek and Waddle for 3+ years now, right? And then if you think that if you think Tyreek and Waddle were running that route, and let's say it was Ewers or Zach Wilson, if you think the same outcome is going to happen, I'm sorry, that doesn't work that way, right? Tua and Tyreek and Waddle, one thing that makes them dangerous is they have muscle memory. They know where to be. They know their quarterback's tendencies. He knows their receiver tendencies. He knows where to put it every time. That's what makes Tua very formidable in this scheme. I think you have to give Zach Wilson and you have to give Quinn Ewers time to build that camaraderie or chemistry up. But to the flip side, it looks like Zach Wilson has built up, and even Quinn Ewers at time has built chemistry with guys like D. Eskridge and Taj Washington quickly because I've seen them throw to him a lot. You know what I mean? It's still not perfect, but they've only been here in this system maybe not even 8 months now. I want to say it's been 8 months.
He looks exactly like the same Zach Wilson from New York. Like they said, he changed from Denver, but he looks the same.
There's nothing that we haven't
That's my
seen
honest
before.
opinion.
That's
the
reason why
Ewers a chance.
I mean, again, how much money did you just waste on Zach Wilson? What'd you pay him? $6 million?
In my opinion, Zach Wilson was a waste of money. That could have went to a way better corner.
Everybody else got more money, bro. So I don't want to hear that the $6 million is such an issue. In fact, this is the guy they wanted.
I'm not saying the money's an issue. I'm just saying
it's
that
the player's
he's not worth the
name
money.
and who you brought to Miami is the issue.
Correct. I'm not saying it's really the money. I mean, let's be honest. They could, that's nothing in the NFL. I'm just saying.
Well, a lot of people are saying, well, you could have used that money on a different quarterback.
Yeah, I didn't mean it like that. I was just saying,
$10 to $4 million more.
You could have got somebody else, and Ewers could have won the second spot, even though obviously we didn't know what he was or seen this far. I'm not even saying he's anything, but so far, in my opinion, he looks better than Wilson.
I'll say that Zach Wilson looks better. I'll say that Zach Wilson looks better in camp and in the games than what Skylar Thompson looks like when he was here.
That's true.
Not Zach Wilson.
I say the same thing about Quinn
You
Ewers.
talking about regular season? Because Skylar in the preseason looked better than Zach Wilson.
I'm not talking about the preseason. I'm talking about regular season altogether.
Yeah, I say Skylar Thompson's a preseason warrior.
We'll
Right,
see what
that's
he
what I'm
does
gonna say,
before
'cause,
he can get on the field. I don't think he does, but we'll see. We'll see.
That's that other guy beating him
Not
out.
to change the topic real quick, but any of y'all
Hey, can you hold it down for just 2 minutes for me, please?
What you say, Lonnie?
I was asking Shake if he could hold it down just for 2 minutes.
Okay, I got you, man.
Be right back.
All right. By the way, Crypto, I agree with you 100%. We need to bring back Devontae Parker.
Let's bring back
We don't.
Xavier Howard too while we're at it. How about that?
I second that motion, Shake,
Yeah.
for crypto.
What's going
No
on,
way.
Crazy Dolphin? How you doing this
Mr.
fine
Pope.
evening?
Hey,
How's
I'm
it going?
hanging out.
You getting through? You getting through
Yeah.
it, Mr. Pope? Everything's fine with the family.
Yeah. Well, let me say this, and I say this in appreciation. I appreciate all you guys, man, and whatever, because I've been in and out for the last couple of weeks, and it's helped me to get through this day today. So I appreciate all of y'all, man. I mean that from my heart, all of you. And that if you see Cap and some of the other guys, let them know the same thing. I appreciate all you guys, man. I really do.
We appreciate you, Mr. Pope.
Hey, by the way, just heads up, Mr. Polk. Just a heads up. Today we were talking. Papa Paul was talking about how he has an extra ticket, and I nominated you. So for the Washington game in October.
Okay, well, I have to kind of see, because physically I have to kind of get myself back in shape so I can be able to go to games and stuff like that. So, even though I appreciate that, guys, but just give me a little time to get myself in shape.
Yeah, I got you.
You said Washington game. We played. No, Washington is overseas, Shake.
No, Washington. Washington. The fan club weekend.
That will be the Chargers.
Yeah.
Anybody watch some UFC tonight?
Who? You have what? You what?
I'm not at home.
I heard that the
there's a nice
UFC is not going to be on pay-per-view anymore.
Yeah, I think it's going to. I think it was Peacock.
Yeah.
What is?
Peacock.
What's going to be on Peacock?
Yeah, UFC. Instead of having to buy pay-per-views, you pretty much just buy a subscription to Peacock, and then you save. I mean, you kind of save money, but at the same time, you still pay it monthly. So it adds up one way or the other.
Well,
How do you
I get
feel?
Peacock for the game, so you know what I mean, for the football.
I'm not really happy, Shake. All of our pay-per-views for WWE are going to be on ESPN for $29.99 now.
Oh damn!
I know it sucked. I was watching.
Oh yeah, it's going to Paramount. Lewis says it's going to Paramount.
He's going to Paramount.
The UFC is going to Paramount.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, UFC is owned by the same company that owns
Paramount.
UFC owns WWF.
Yeah. What is it called? THQ or something like that? Whatever the name of the company is. Something
I'm
like
boycotting Paramount.
You're boycotting Paramount? Dude, some of the best series is on Paramount right now. Anybody want to watch a cool mob movie? Watch Mobland. Mobland is legit. Mobland is good. Tulsa King is really good with Sylvester Stallone. I don't know if you're into any of the Yellowstone series. That's pretty dope on Paramount.
I never gotten into the Yellowstone.
Yeah, they got a couple series that's pretty good. So, speaking of running backs, somebody mentioned the Chargers are going to be in town, right? That's who we play this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you guys think about Omarion Hampton? Kid out of New York. Welcome to the show, Joe. How you doing?
Welcome back,
Marion
Joe.
Hampton. You said Marion Hampton. What's up, Joe?
I'm glad someone bailed Joe Rist out. He was falsely accused.
Yeah, it's all good. Hey, what's up? Good to see everybody. Crazy Dolphin, Crypto. I liked your entrance today. What's up, Jay Miami, Cone Sheet, and Cat in the Hat. Ali Shake.
Yeah.
It's a good Saturday. We won.
Yeah.
I had a 5-game parlay win.
Yeah, I saw that. It's pretty dope.
5-game win, huh?
Hey,
Yeah.
what y'all think about that?
Football or baseball?
Oh shoot, Mike Best, thank you. Landman. If you guys haven't watched Landman, Landman is legit too. Go check that out.
Yours all on football? Is all football parlay?
Yeah. I had a 3-game one for tonight, and I had a feeling the Chargers weren't going to beat the Rams, so I bet on the Rams just in case, even though they're part of my parlay. So I got a little bit with them.
Chargers, Rams.
Yeah.
The Battle of SoFi. Both of them playing in the same building.
Yeah,
that made me wonder, like, what if one year the Super Bowl is in LA and for some reason both of them make it? Who would be the home team?
It's a neutral. It's gonna be a neutral site. Even when Tampa was when Tampa was the home team, they didn't get it's considered neutral. So,
well, yeah, but yeah, he's saying as far as the bulk of the fans, like who they. I think it alternate years. So whoever was the home and road team from each conference,
LA,
they alternate.
I'm saying if it's a Super Bowl, I'm just saying if it's a Super Bowl, it's neither because you can't. But even if you're a season ticket holder, you can't. You don't have. I don't think you have preference for tickets. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a mix. It's gonna be a mixed crowd.
It was interesting in regards to the Rams playing in their own stadium.
I think Tampa, right? Because the Rams, the next year made it.
Yeah, they wanted. They wanted SoFi.
Yeah. Everybody hit the like button. Thank you very much. Thank you for the reminder.
I think it was back-to-back years, Tampa and then the Rams played.
You saying Tampa won it in Tampa is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Rams won it in SoFi.
Yeah. That was the first time it happened. We missed our opportunity when we lost to the freaking Chargers in the playoffs that year.
Where's the Super Bowl this year?
San Francisco, right?
Iraq.
I think it's New Orleans.
Is it New Orleans? Doesn't it have like the Bay Bridge on the logo though?
San Francisco. It's
yeah.
one of the.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure it has the Bay Bridge, right?
I know you were joking,
Yeah,
Shake Money,
that's the
but
Bay Bridge. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised in the next 5 years you'll see playoff games being played overseas. I won't be surprised. Just gonna point that out.
I think we have to expand
NFL
at least one team.
definitely trying to get on the soccer level as far as viewership goes.
Yeah,
and it's helping. Like the legal gambling has helped grow the viewership. Taylor Swift, believe it or not, has helped grow their viewership. You know, like all of it. Like it went up. Their salary cap went up like $24 million this year, right? Next year, it'd probably be around $30 million.
By the way, I just looked it up. It says the Super Bowl it alternates between AFC and NFC. So whoever.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, 1 year is going to be the NFC team, and the other year is going to be the AFC team, who's the home team in the Super Bowl.
Interesting.
Right. That's what I said. I thought they alternate, and then one have versus, so they still have the versus up there.
Yeah, speaking of viewership and whatnot, and we were talking about one day there might be a playoff game overseas being played. Think about it this way: the Saudi, I want to say it's the Saudis who own 4 out of the top 5 most lucrative sports teams in the world, right? They own like 5 of them. And that being said, they've already been rumored, or there's already had proof that they're trying to buy an NFL team now. So
didn't they?
It's coming. But that's all I'm gonna
Didn't they already start their own golf league too? I'm pretty sure
had
they.
their own golf league too. You're right. In fact, they were a fight between PGA and I forget the name of their league, but yeah,
They took a lot of big time golfers over and took them to their Saudi Arabia. Yeah,
you know,
they're coming in hot, bro.
We're talking about retirement leagues, right? The joke is in the soccer world, because I'm a big soccer fan. The Saudi league, right, is like the retirement league technically in their sport, because all the big time players like Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Probably one of the greatest of all time next to Messi, which I think Messi's more of a greatest of all time. But that being said, he was retired, had his own YouTube show, making millions off of it, right? World breaking record millions on YouTube. They got him to come out of retirement to come play, and they're paying him like 50 million. It's ridiculous. It's like he's making like 10 million a week. It's something really ridiculous like that. It is a ridiculous amount of money.
But to go on to your Messi Ronaldo comparison, I don't think it's like comparable. It's kind of like Kobe and Jordan, or Patrick Mahomes and Brady type of thing. You know, they're each their own legends.
I agree. I think they're both their own legends. I just personally, I like the style of play of Messi better than I did of Cristiano Ronaldo. Not taking anything away from Cristiano Ronaldo, but there was a guy that had the most goals scored record over Cristiano Ronaldo for a long time, and his name was Ali Daei. Not a lot of people know who he was, but he played for Bayern Munich for a while. And I used to joke that I was named after him because he has the same first name as I do. This when I was a little kid. But it took him forever to beat that record. And finally he did. And a lot of people say, oh, see, he's the greatest. You can't say nothing anymore. Yeah, but I think besides scoring goals, there's more to the game, and how you change the game. And I think Messi, in my opinion, has changed the game more than Ronaldo does. That's why I'm on the Messi side of things. I went on a rant about soccer.
Plus, he's going to bring us a championship, right?
I think you're right about Saudi Arabia, though. They're already exploring the Middle East. UAE was added as a market this year.
Yeah. They really love sports. They're trying to get any type of sport they can get their hands on. Dubai is pretty much like Las Vegas of the Middle East now. That's basically what it is. It's a vacation destination now. And,
a buddy of mine went to Dubai for a trip, and he said that their streets are AC, bro.
Yeah. I have a friend that lives there. I have a friend that actually lives in Dubai, and the videos he shows me and the stuff that he shows me, it's ridiculous.
Like a whole nother level.
That's one of the few places you could buy a gold bar out of a vending machine.
Legitly, and that's not a joke. That's legit.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah, you can literally buy a gold bar out of a vending machine.
Yeah,
it's like Wakanda.
He tells me that like anything you can think of, you'll find it in Dubai. If it's something futuristic, you can find it in Dubai. That's what he tells me. So, but yeah, my
that's definitely on my bucket list.
What's up, EM? How are you, sir? How's everything? I hope everything is good. Salute to you, sir.
Shout out to EM in the building. What's going on?
Shout out to EM.
Was that a new character in the fan base?
All right, guys, it's been fun. I'm trying
to figure out who this guy is.
Thanks for coming out, Cat. Appreciate you.
All right, Cat.
Thanks, guys.
All right, man.
Yeah. Who is this new Ali? Who is this new EM character? I'm trying to, I've been trying to keep up with all these new faces around, and it's hard to keep up now. I'm running out of ink on my pens.
Well,
gotta write this new character, man.
Well, EM is kind of like Joe Henry. Say his name and he'll appear. That's basically what. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I love
okay.
you. He's dope. But no, for real. But what were you asking, Joe? You were asking me a question.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea. You could take the conference championships and make them neutral site and send those overseas. And because there's a week after those before the Super Bowl, plenty of time to come back and recover and get ready for the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I think it, adds more to excitement to the league, excitement to fans. And to be honest, they got stadiums over there that hold 120 plus very easily when it comes to fans, like 120,000 or more. So it's very easy. I've been telling people that there's enough stadiums in Europe and in Asia and in the Middle East that they could have a whole nother NFL league if they really wanted to, right? They have enough of them. I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually did some major research in the amount of NFL fans outside of the US. And there's countries that I had no idea had more fans than other countries that you would think would be much larger, right? You look at Brazil, for example. Do you know Brazil is like number 3 in NFL fans versus the rest of the world? Right? You would think they would be primarily soccer fans, but there's over 22 million NFL fans in Brazil right now, right? And Brazil has a ton of stadiums. They could very well get an NFL team if they wanted.
By the way, Ian, the link is in the pin. It's pinned up. You can come up if you want to. Yeah, come up, Ian.
Yeah, here. I just dropped it for you, Ian. You don't even have to ask. It should be pinned up at the top, no matter what.
Introduce yourself to Crypto. He doesn't know you.
Yes, Crypto doesn't know you. He wants to get to know you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to know all the new cats in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Joe Rist, I'm willing to bet if they start having regular season games overseas, you would be one of the first people I know that would be buying those tickets. I bet you would be.
Yeah, I'm kicking myself for not getting the Madrid ticket. I thought they were going to be way more expensive.
Was it sold out like as fast as the Kansas City game last year?
I don't think so.
The Kansas City game, I think, sold out in like less than 15 minutes. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, they all want to see Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. Who we playing again? The Commanders in Spain?
Yeah, Commanders in Spain. I mean, that's kind of one thing I do like. At least we're not going to play the Jaguars overseas like we've played in the past. At least it's like an actual decent, could be good game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that it's a big name because, if anything, that might like kind of level the playing field that it's in Europe.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. It's a level playing field.
Although we lose home field advantage.
Yeah, we do lose the home field advantage. I mean, look, this is the reality of it is that when you go to those European games or overseas games such as like Germany, England a lot, it's kind of an interesting atmosphere. The place sells out like instantly. Everybody is wearing a different team though. Like you won't see like just Commander fans there or whatever. What is up, sir? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Yo. Ali, what's good? What's good, my friend? Hey, salute to everybody. What's going on, gentlemen?
Very good. How you doing?
Is this the EM guy?
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I don't know you. I don't think we've met before either. Is your name Crypto? You said Crypto?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think we met before, so hey man, respect to you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. For sure, man.
Hey, by the way, Ian, if you see him in the tailgate, he's the guy with the Devontae Parker jersey.
That guy. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Parker's agent. He trades in PS5s. Just to point that out.
DVP, baby.
DVP.
Yeah, what's good, fellas? What's going on, man?
Not much, man. We're having a good time, just vibing.
Yeah,
we're talking about
I
the
see
NFL.
that. I saw y'all were live, bro. I was like, oh. I said, let me see what they got going on tonight. I said, oh shit, they look like Ali got it. He vibing. He got a nice little flow going with the show tonight. So
And
I said,
in
look.
an hour, we're going to do our insomnia in an hour.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. That's what's up.
You're doing insomnia tonight, Shake, in an hour?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll shut it down when you guys go to do that. We'll shut it down here. But what I was going to say was tonight I just kind of want to talk about football. I saw a lot of good in today's preseason game, and I didn't want it to pass us by. I'm starting to get impressed by these wide receivers. Taj Washington, D. Eskridge, starting to impress me. White's still doing his thing. We talked.
I would have to agree with that. I would definitely have to agree with that myself.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. And I want to ask this question. I've asked everybody. I know how everybody feels, but I haven't asked you, EM. Are you ready to cut the cord on Jalen Wright?
Man, that is crazy because Jalen Wright has been a topic of conversation privately that I've had with several individuals as of late, leading up to as early as last night. I gotta be honest. Listen, I said that I was gonna sit on this and I was gonna take a little more wait and see approach with Jalen Wright, but I'm not ready to cut the cord yet. But I'm starting to get Kalen Ballage type of vibes with Jalen Wright.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember Kalen Ballage was an absolute physical specimen, right?
He's the guy that scored 8 touchdowns in one game.
He was an absolute monster, right? Physically, right?
Yeah.
Looked like Tarzan, played like Jane. And I was one of the ones that had the high hopes for Jalen Wright coming into the season. I mean, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing. I don't know what happened because he looked like he's regressed tremendously from last year to this year. I don't know if it's a confidence thing or is he just pressing too much or what? Because there's a lot of expectation attached to his name. Because keep in mind, the Dolphins gave up a third and a fourth to trade up to get him. So expectation is there.
I'm kind of worried about it, EM. To me, he hesitates too much. He doesn't get the hole. One of his handoffs earlier on with Zach Wilson early in the game, it looked like he was in the wrong spot. Zach Wilson had to almost leap to get him the ball. Right. And it just made me kind of I was like, okay, this is really not the guy that I thought we were getting. You know what I mean? Ollie Gordon, though, shout out to the Dolphins moving quick. Got Ollie Gordon, and Ollie Gordon is RB2 in my opinion at this point.
By the way, I'm gonna put up a name that a blast from the past. One of the guys that he reminds me of is remember John Avery. He was.
Yeah, I remember John Avery.
Cool, but he didn't hit the hole. He was trying to dance around too much.
Yeah. It's disappointing to see too, but unfortunately, I think the political game is going to be played with Jalen Wright because of what they invested in him. It's not time to pull the plug yet because he's got tremendous upside. Don't get me wrong. So, but I do agree with you. Ollie Gordon is playing his way, elevating his game to that RB number 2 spot. So, hey, it is what it is, but it's disappointing.
What do you think? I know this is this guy's first game. Boone. Boone was looking kind of.
Oh yeah.
Game.
I'm sorry, Mr. Paul. Go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh no. I was saying that I got a chance to see the game where they were giving the ball to Boone. I forgot his name. First name. Boone was.
Mike Boone. Mike Boone. Yeah, he had 3 carries for about 13 yards. The guy that impressed me he only had 2 carries, but Shamkin was he had 2 carries for 32 yards. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, he looked real decisive. He looked really he looked like, he looked hungry. I don't know, Jalen Wright just seems to me he just might be one of the weight room warriors, He looks phenomenal in the weight room. You're like, oh shit, this dude is about to tear up the league. But once they get on the field, bro, it's like there's a big disconnect there between the athlete and the player, and I can't really explain it, but hopefully he can turn around, man, and contribute for us this year. But I'm not seeing it right now, bro.
Yeah, I'm better because them two guys nipping at his heels.
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, though, Ollie Gordon, bro. You know who he reminds me of when I see him run? Y'all remember Larry Johnson a couple years ago for the Kansas City Chiefs? Remember he was a late round pick, came out of Penn State. Late round pick.
I thought you were talking about grandmama.
No. But he runs a lot. Very good vision, good feet, bigger back, right? But not the best athlete. But he just had a little bit of everything. And when I saw him run today, I was like, damn. I said, man, he reminds me a lot of Larry Johnson. So
I can see it. I can definitely see it, Larry Johnson.
But that's what I was trying to say with Boone. The little bit of time Boone was in there, he looked like he had good vision on the field as well. Because there was one play where he started to go one direction and he was looking and he saw opening it, then like switch back around. So I don't know what's going on with Jalen Wright, but
in our own territory. That was part of that drive with both those new guys.
Mm-hmm.
They got
shout out to the linebacker crew as well. The linebackers are looking good, in my opinion. Willie Gay Jr. Wow, like it's going to be hard for me to say who the starters in that room is because, Willie Gay Jr. looks good. I still like Ty Dotson, even though he hasn't flashed as much in this offseason. And then you got Brooks. It's gonna be very interesting.
Might be the deepest room on the team. Might be.
Yeah, and talk about outside linebackers, and we talked about this guy earlier. What's his name? Grayson Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grayson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looks good too.
It's weird. Go ahead. I think this team, it's still so much more football to be played, but I know it's the perceived holes with the secondary at in particular the cornerback room, maybe the lack of depth behind the starters on the O-line. But I mean, you look at this team. I mean, you look at the makeup of the wide receiver room. Obviously, you mentioned the depth, Ali. You talk about the running back room, and all of a sudden, Tanner Conner is out there making plays, bro.
Yes.
All of a sudden, Tanner Conner's out there getting. I mean, he's been getting open all preseason though. To be honest with you, so that man is out there becoming a legitimate option for, quarterback position. Listen, it's a lot more football to be played, and I'm not rushing to judgment just yet. But I think quietly, again, I wasn't one of those people that subscribed. This offseason where there was a lot of people in the community was ready to jump off a cliff saying it's going to be a 2-win team and a 3-win team and the season is fucked. No, I never subscribed. It's still too much talent on this football team for them to be that bad, barring any kind of catastrophic or Tua going down or
upgraded your win total, Ian, from 3 wins. You ready to add to that total?
Well, I think the baseline. I think depending on how things go, between 9 and 12 wins. Like if God forbid, God forbid, I'm knocking on wood. If the injury bug doesn't bite us in the ass like it has, the previous 2 to 3 years, if we're relatively healthy, I will not be surprised to see this team be sitting, with 11 wins, 10, 11, maybe even 12 wins when it's all said and done once the playoffs start.
I'm still, don't hate on me, EM. I'm not saying we're a 2 or 3 win team. I'm going to say that I'm still at us like an 8 to 9 win team. That's where I'm at still. And the only reason I'm there is because we've seen a lot of injuries recently, that happened in preseason. I hope that bug doesn't carry us, into the regular season because we really don't want that. But we'll see. We'll definitely see where we're at. To be honest, I'm really happy with how we're set up with our front, our front four and the defense and all that. I'm very happy about that. I'm happy to see that we have wide receivers stepping up, not named Waddle and not named Tyreek, because we really need that. We can't just rely on those two guys the entire season. We really can't, right?
And we still haven't seen Darren Waller yet either.
I'm already giving up on him. I'm throwing in the towel on him already.
Oh, okay, all right, that's fair. Well,
Real quick,
that's your opinion. I hear you, Crypto, but
have to give credit where credit is due, EM. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have to give credit where credit is due. EM, you and I had a conversation on I want to say it was about a month or two ago on this show, or it was on Insomnia, and we brought up Tanner Conner, and something you said made me think about it. You said that the Miami Dolphins really like what Tanner Conner does and brings to the room, right? He just hasn't been able to put it together in the games yet, unfortunately. And that's what he needs to do. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think this could be that year that he puts it all on the field now. It seems like he's starting to put everything together. He got himself in what I would say good shape. He bulked up just a little bit, and the way he catches hands, the way he comes out of his blocks and comes out of the line, everything looks good in my opinion. This could definitely be his year, to be honest. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. He's definitely making the roster, my 53 at least.
I think so, Ali. I mean, you look at now, is he going to be Rob Gronkowski in terms of inline? No, right? Because you saw him he got blown up twice today, in the run game. But the thing is, though, he's a willing participant. You just need a person to be willing to stick his nose in there and get his jersey dirty. You know what I mean? On occasion, so many times I used to get so frustrated with Mike Gesicki, where there was such a reluctancy to engage in line blocking, even out in a perimeter, even like DBs and safeties, right? He just hated blocking. Tanner Conner seems like he's willing to, to get his jersey dirty, stick his nose in there and mix it up a little bit. And that's all you can ask. Just be a serviceable option whenever the ball is called, whenever the play call is, whenever the play call is drawn up to your side of the football and it's a running play, just get out there and be willing to engage. And, he got blown up and a couple times I saw today, but what I was impressed with him was his ability to be, being a willing participant. So, I think if Tanner, I'm not expecting Rob Gronkowski level blocking with him under any circumstances, but if he's more of a willing participant, and again, look how easily he gets open. I mean, look at how he routes. Look at how he runs. How easily he gets off the line of scrimmage, and he gets out. He's a converted wide receiver. That's why that's what the intrigue was. Why the intrigue was so high with him from Mike McDaniel and John Embry's perspective, because they saw the athleticism, because he was considered a bigger wide receiver, right? But they thought, again, I see the vision. They just felt like if they can get, if they can make that conversion with him and him not lose a lot of that athleticism, because he's a 4.3 guy. You know what I mean? So they felt like they could have a tremendous weapon on their hands. And I'm not saying he's going to be, Travis Kelce, but just be a reliable option for the quarterback position. You know what I mean? Because again, whenever the coverages roll towards Tyreek and Waddle, that's taken away, and they force you to go to other options. Just be when your number's called, be there, be ready for when, and you can be an outlet for the quarterback position. So it looks like he's rounding into shape for real. I mean, he looks really smooth out there running routes.
And you talked about athleticism, and I know you said he's not a Gronkowski type tight end. I get that 100%. But then again, even when they had Gronkowski, and I'm not trying to be funny about this, I'm being legit about why they drafted him in the first place. You look at a guy like Aaron Hernandez, who was that athletic tight end versus the more inline tight end that you're talking about. Does he kind of give you is it that kind of a style of a tight end?
Absolutely. That's a very good comparison, Ali. Very good comparison. So, yeah, I'm very excited to see what Tanner Conner can bring this year for us. I think it just seems like everything is rounding into form for him, and he's been banged up the last 2 years, and it's been a struggle for him. But man, the way I was last game and this game too, it's like they targeted him more this game, and I'm like, man, he could really be something. He could really be something this year. So I can't wait to see him.
We got our tight ends way more involved this game. I think we had 1 reception to tight ends the previous game.
Yeah, and he was getting open. Reason I had was, after last week, I was like, bro, he was getting open. They just were not targeting him. So,
well, let's say Waller doesn't play this year, right? Let's say we go the whole preseason, he doesn't even practice, and it gets to week 1, and we're like, why do we even have this guy? He gets cut, whatever, waived. We roll into the season with Julian Hill, Pharaoh Brown, Tanner Conner. Who's really the tight end 1 at that point?
It's not going to be Pharaoh Brown, because Pharaoh Brown is a nasty blocker.
He did have a nice catch today, though. He did have a nice catch.
Oh, he did?
He did. I did see that.
Oh,
yeah, I did see that.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I think Tanner Conner is the tight end 1.
Yeah.
If it comes down to it, I think that's
I agree.
It might even be that way with Waller, because Waller's gonna have.
A lot of people are like upset about this whole Waller thing because they're having PTSD of what happened with, OBJ. Listen, I understand people think that he's in shape because the guy can look ripped, right? But there's a thing I know there is that there can be, people that are ripped and look like they're completely jacked up and everything, but don't have the agility to be able to run consistently and have the athleticism there. They have to build that back up. Right. And I think that's kind of what they're doing with Waller. He's relearning this offense and everything. And he doesn't just want to be thrown in, to the fire. I get it. We want him to be thrown to the fire, but
to me,
what happens? I think it's one of those wait and see things.
It feels like we've been duped by our organization. And the reason I say that is because we were told that he was going to be ready in like a few weeks ago. Then we were told that he's going to be introduced after joint practices, but we only have joint practices until the end of the preseason.
Yeah, so you want to know something, though, Joe? One thing you didn't see in the first game that you saw today, Darren Waller was on the sideline wearing his jersey.
Yeah, that's encouraging. But
at least he was there. That's all I'm going to say.
McDaniel said
I'm sorry.
he's going to be back when they get to Florida or to Miami.
Go ahead, Ian. What were you going to say?
I'm sorry. I'm willing to extend as much grace to Darren Waller as I possibly can. You don't really need him to come in and based off what you invested in him.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm banking on the upside. If I can get 75% of what Darren Waller was, I'm good with that. I will slow play him well into the regular season.
I hear
you know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at with him.
Tight end. Like, we didn't do anything else after losing Jonnu. That was supposed to be our answer for losing Jonnu. So I get what you're saying about the low investment.
I mean, was he really? Because going back to last year, correct me if I'm wrong, Tanner Conner was a starter going into the regular season last year, not Jonnu Smith.
Yeah, it was Tanner Conner.
That was also not ideal. Right. Like,
and here's the flip side of it, though. You got to look at the first couple of games. We threw the rock to Jonnu Smith, and he wasn't really doing anything with it. He had quite a few drops actually in the first game of all things, right? And he didn't really pick up till late mid-season. I want to say it was mid-season is when he really picked up and racked all those yards, which is impressive. Don't get me wrong, but when you're doing the same play over and over again, just dumping it off to him in the flat, and he's just sitting there running it, constantly. Obviously, you don't want to overpay for a guy that that's how they're gonna use him over and over again.
Nobody thought Jonnu Smith when they signed him last year. Nobody thought he was going to be a significant contributor. Nobody.
Yeah.
He looked bad
until he got an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So
I think they was kind of hinting at it though, Ian.
What's that?
They was kind of hinting at it though.
No, that only after he was not the starter. Tanner Conner had beat him out.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fact.
Yeah, you're talking about the first.
So you can say what you want about it not being ideal and having a lack of faith in Tanner Conner, but at the end of the day, we didn't know what John was going to be until given the opportunity. I'm not saying that Tanner Conner is going to give us that level of production, because I don't think the tight end position is going to be targeted to that with that level of volume this year. But who's to say that Tanner Conner, if he would have stayed healthy, he wouldn't have gave you the same level of production that Jonnu Smith gave us last year? Because nobody thought Jonnu was going to contribute significantly last year. Nobody. And if they tell you, oh, I was one of those people, they are lying.
Well, what last season? Jonnu Smith's second year with us. Second season.
No, it was his first season with us.
No, he was only here 1 year. He only signed he signed a 2-year, I think 1 year guaranteed deal last year.
Okay.
Hey, if Connor was, our starter going into the year, why is he so deep on the depth chart now? Like the depth chart.
Well, that's not the depth chart you're seeing now. That's not the accurate depth. That's not an accurate depth chart.
So he's not
all that is fool's gold.
So Julian Hill is not above him in the depth chart, and Pharaoh Brown isn't preemptively listed above him in the depth.
I don't know. I don't know what the depth chart is.
We got Chris Mayak on that too.
I don't know what the depth chart is. I'm just telling you, again, this Tanner Conner, the conversation started because of this Jonnu Smith narrative, right? Everybody is Jonnu was not the guy going into last year. He was not.
Well, it started because you guys are saying, Ali said tight end 1 would be Tanner Conner if, maybe even with Waller, playing with us, whether he plays with us or not.
I would go with now. I think I think a lot of the Dolphins' approach will be kind of matchup based. If they're going to a team where they think that it's going to be a little more run heavy approach, well then Julian Hill and Pharaoh Brown might get the nod in terms of starting. But I think Connor and a lot of them will be deployed. All of them will get their opportunities to to get on the field. But Tanner Conner just brings a dimension that no other, at least presently constructed. We don't know what Darren Waller looks like, but Tanner Conner just brings an element that these other two options can't give you consistently. Nobody.
Go ahead, I'm sorry. I'll clean up after you're done. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Out of those other two options with Julian Hill and Pharaoh Brown, they can't give you the receiving option that Tanner Conner brings. So, but that's kind of where I'm at.
That's what I was gonna say. Tanner Conner knows the entire wide receiver tree, right? Route tree. Whereas the other tight ends, they may know their tight end route trees, but not necessarily the full wide receiver aspect. And if you think about it, Tanner Conner could be, and I hate comparing him to someone else. I don't like doing that usually, but he could be a poor man's Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta knows the entire wide receiver route tree, right? And he kind of reminds me, of that type, that they could use him in that type of, offense. That's just my opinion. I don't know. That's just what I think about it.
I mean, again, I'm not forecasting his season or forecasting a 60-catch season from Tanner Conner. I just like what I'm seeing from his ability to get open and what he provides as a pass catcher. I think when you're lining him up and isolating him on a linebacker or a safety, that is a mismatch. Mm-hmm. That is a mismatch in most cases.
Ian, what do you think about Ewers?
Rotation based on the formation and then based on the matchup.
I'm about to ask what y'all think about Channing Tindall today.
Tindall is making plays, man. Hey, say what you want. I don't know though. I like a lot. What I'm seeing from that kid, Eugene Asante.
Jordan Phillips too.
I like what I'm seeing from him too. So I think, I don't know. It's gonna be tough for Tindall. I think to make the team. I think.
You don't think you don't think they'll put him back on special teams where he was the past couple of seasons?
I don't know, man, because obviously you got the linebacker room is top heavy with your top four guys, with Brooks, with Terrell Dodson, with Willie Gay and Kenny Britt, right? So not only do you have guys performing at a high level with your top 4 guys, but you got this young kid, Eugene Asante, the bottom of the depth chart that's flashing, right? And when you look at the athletic profile, he can give you everything athletically that Channing Tindall offers. So if you're Anthony Weaver and you're sitting there and you're like, okay, yeah, Tindall's making, more plays than what we're accustomed to seeing him make. I mean, man, that's, do you hang on to Tindall? Again, the political game might be in play here because Tindall was a 3rd-round pick. And you know how GMs, not only Chris Greer, but GMs, how stubborn they are about their draft picks. So that might come into play. The political game, considering where he was drafted, might be in play here. But I will say he has looked a lot better than what we've previously seen from him in previous years.
And you know what? I want to give a shout out to Crypto, man, because when we do Sound of Crypto, as always said, the best teams are the ones that they don't care about what they invested. Hey, listen, if the guy isn't working out, I'm getting rid of you. I don't give a fuck. You're just holding up my team because we gave up an investment. You know what I'm saying? You want to hang on to him, and that's that you're just you're doing more damage than good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're taking up a spot.
And do we still have Kamara on defense?
Kamara,
Kamara,
the 6th-round pick last year, or 5th round?
5th round pick.
5th round.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this.
I haven't seen him. I haven't
really seen him, to be honest. I've heard more Cam Good than I've heard Mo Kamara.
Yeah.
And I'm really high on Grayson Murphy right now. So
yes.
Well, I personally think Mo Kamara, his spot on the 53-man roster is in grave danger, bro. It's in jeopardy. I mean, they're already loaded, top heavy, but it's kind of like Channing Tindall, right? Not only are you top heavy, but you've got Grayson Murphy, you got Quentin Bell, you've got Lloyd McClendon. You got all these younger players, hungry players that's coming up behind, that are further down, a little further down the depth chart, that are making plays, and he can't get on the field. And then when he is on the field, you don't even notice him. So I think his Kamara, he might be dead man walking, bro.
Yeah, he's on the hot seat.
That was a crazy interception at the end. That was insane. He jumped like 10 feet in the air. That's some athleticism off the charts right there.
How we feel
about how difficult that was to catch that pass like that.
How are we feeling about Quinn Ewers, Ali? Well, the panel, but Ali.
I'll go first because
I'm feeling a little better. It's a bounce back game.
I'm the resident
Go ahead,
hater
Ali.
here, so I'll go ahead and say it. He looks good going up against 3s and 4s. I'm not holding my breath yet because maybe I just have PTSD of what I've seen from him in college. And I get it. He makes all the throws that he's supposed to make against teams he's supposed to bully. I get it. But when it comes to like the Georgias or the stronger defensive teams like Ohio State and stuff, he couldn't get it done. And I want to see him against a more dominant defense. Let's see him go up against the Baltimore Ravens or another like the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me see him go up against those defenses and see what he does. And then I'll put more, I'll put more evaluation. Right now, I can say he's done more for himself than Zach Wilson has. I'll give him that. That's my positive note.
Hey man, that's a fair assessment. I think at this point, Ali. I like Quinn. I might have a little more favorable opinion of Quinn Ewers. Obviously, I like the fit schematically. Obviously, what I like about him is I like his process. When he's when he's under center, the things that are required that Mike McDaniel requires from Tua, Quinn Ewers he exhibits a lot of those qualities in my opinion. His ability to get to reads quickly from A to B quick, right? He don't hold on to the ball too long. I think he has a good feel for the pocket. Underrated arm talent, in my opinion. Is he Josh Allen? No, but I think he's got more arm talent than people want to give him credit for. But yeah, I'm with you though. He just, when he was in Texas, when he was on that big stage, he just was not the best version of himself. So I'm with you there.
There was times where that he was, but it was not against like the top teams. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. And some people will say, well, that's not fact. It depends on how you look at it, right? It really depends. And for me, I saw him twice against Georgia. I saw him against Ohio State. He didn't look good then. I'll even argue that in some of the other games, he wasn't even, he wasn't even there. Like having 2 interceptions, a touchdown, and maybe barely 200 yards. That's like every other game that we have around here. So that's why I'm not necessarily impressed. But what we've seen so far, the way he carries himself in the pocket, I think is good. He definitely has underrated arm talent. I'll tell you that. The guy can make all the throws. I'll tell you right now. He can make all the throws. But when you talk about skill set and the type of quarterback that he is, I think that's why it works, because really he is almost a carbon copy of the man that we have as at QB1. Just the only difference, in my opinion, is I think Tua, to his credit, does pinpoint the pass just a little bit better, just a tiny bit. I think that's the major difference. Now, can he throw a stronger arm? I mean, at practice, I did see more zip on his throws than what Tua was doing. So very possible. Very possible.
Yeah, I think Tua is the least talented of the 3 quarterbacks in that room. Tua is clearly the best player, but he's the least talented, I think. But yeah, I like what I'm seeing from viewers. Zach Wilson, to me, I understand the intrigue with the talent level, but I just never understood why teams consistently are trying to put him in a West Coast type of offense. I don't get it. Like, I know he ran one at BYU, but I mean, a lot of what he did at BYU was a lot of improvisation. I didn't see a lot of a player that stayed on schedule that much at BYU, even though he was quote unquote in a similar system. But since he's gotten to the pros, they've tried to pigeonhole him into that type of system. He in New York, obviously he went to Denver. Now he's in Miami, and they're trying to coach that aspect up. He just don't see the field. And again, that is a skill set like anything else, like arm strength, like accuracy, like being able to anticipate to quote unquote spot throw, right? That is a skill. Being able to see plays and anticipate routes developing down the field, that is a skill set like anything else. And you remember when he was at the podium, he said, bro, I was never taught to. I never had to do that. I was never taught. Now, is he lying or what? I have no idea. I find that very difficult. Not one coach on the collegiate level, and then the coaches he came across on the NFL level, they never taught you to quote unquote be a spot or attempt to be a quote unquote spot thrower, right?
Yeah,
but he's just a player that he has to see it open before he's ready to pull the trigger. And unfortunately, you can be Josh Allen, right? And he's as talented as it gets we've ever seen. How many bad throws we've seen him make when he's late on his reads. So if Josh Allen, with the biggest arm arguably we've ever seen in the NFL, has to anticipate and be taught that way, you would think every other quarterback following behind him has to do the same thing. Yeah. So I think he's a lost cause in terms of being in a West Coast system. I just don't think he sees it fast enough. He doesn't make quick enough decisions. He's inaccurate. His mechanics are sloppy, always throwing off his back foot. Feet are never set. The release point is never complete. I just think he's just a flawed player. He's just that's gotten by on his talent level his whole football career. And he's just now trying to get coached up and catch up to speed now. But that's going to take time, bro. That's going to take time.
And look, to be 100% honest, you don't see what, coaches see in this guy. I'll tell you what they see. They see one of the biggest arms they've ever seen, Guy can make amazing throws, but he really is not functional in a standard offense at all. He really isn't. You know what I mean? So they're kind of gaslit by some of his abilities. The guy can run out of the pocket. I've seen the guy on the run, looks decent. Guy has a freaking amazing cannon of an arm, can throw down the field like it's nothing, but he does no control on it. You know what I mean? No control. I don't even think he can read the defense, to be honest. That's just me. But you're right. He doesn't anticipate his throws or anything. And it is very surprising that what you said about he wasn't taught that. You mean Sean Payton didn't even bring this up? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I think he told a bold-faced lie there, right? You know what I mean? Sean Payton, that's what I'm saying. Sean Payton never bro, come on, stop. He's just not good at it. He was just never taught early on, right? As a talent, as a high school talent, junior high school talent, he probably never was taught the basics, the fundamentals, to be fundamentally sound because he was so talented. And that's not Josh Allen was the same way. Josh Allen was the exact same way, right? Remember how inaccurate he was, and he was like coming out of Wyoming. He was like one of the most inaccurate quarterbacks in college football.
Yeah, that was the big thing on him. Yeah. Yeah.
But credit to him, they rebuilt his game, taught him to be more fundamentally sound. And again, this is the best athlete I'm talking about from a height, weight, speed, arm strength perspective the league has ever seen. So if Josh Allen, the greatest talent we've ever seen, has to be taught to rely more on his fundamentals, you would think everybody behind him should as well. You know what I mean? So that's why I like, again, why Tua, I felt like coming into the 2020 season, why I liked him so much, because I felt like Tua was just his fundamentals, like his mechanics, his accuracy, all of those things, being able to quote unquote spot throw, right? I just thought it was on point with Tua. He wasn't the best athlete, but that's a hard thing to win. To win at the NFL level, bro, from any player, it's hard to win that way. People think being able to anticipate consistently like that is easy, which blows my mind when people say that about Tua. They just take that for granted. Oh, well, if Tua's out there doing it, it's an easy that's an easy thing to do, bro. That is one of the most difficult things for a quarterback to be taught to win and be good at. Not just to be functional, but to be good at it. That's a difficult thing too. That's a difficult hurdle to leap with quarterbacks. And I go back to when we played. I don't know if y'all recall. Was that 2021? I think when we played Kansas City. Yeah. And when after the game, you heard Patrick Mahomes. Now he was talking about how Tua, because Tua was a rookie that year, 2020, I think, 2021, whenever it was, and he talked about how how fundamentally sound Tua was. And he said, I wish that I was, I wish that my game was on that level coming into the league. Obviously he's on another level now, but he's talking about coming into the league, how fundamentally sound he, again, his game had to be rebuilt. So for people to just automatically say, oh, well, Tua does it, man, bro, it's fucking ridiculous. They don't understand the position, to be honest with you, but it's what it is. But,
we got a tank for Tua,
hey, is what it is. But but yeah, man, but I think Quinn Ewers, I like what I'm seeing from him. He's gotten better every time we saw him. You know what I mean? And that's really all you can ask from any player developing. And but I like a lot what I'm seeing from him. It's just I'm with you though, Ali. I would like to see him against better competition and maybe get some run with the ones at some point. He's out there playing, against the 2s, 3s, and I would like to see him get some run with the ones and see what that looks like.
Yeah,
so
I just want to see what it looks like a little bit. And I'm not. I know people say I just hate or whatever, or this is a rivalry thing because against you in Texas, because Ohio State's playing Texas next week. No, people forget that he was at Ohio State first before he was at Texas. And Quinn Ewers that I knew then is different than this Quinn Ewers. And it's just, I saw what I saw at Texas. This is how I feel about it. if he ends up becoming something, rock and roll. And I would gladly be wrong all day long. That's all I'm going to say. But I do think he has talent, and we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens.
Again, if they could flip a 7th round pick, and I think he was underdrafted. To be honest with you, I think he should have went maybe 5th, maybe 4th round, maybe. But if they can turn around and flip that 7th round pick into a legitimate backup quarterback number 2, that's a win-win. That's a home run pick right there. You know what I mean?
And by the way, I just want to say real quick, going back to Quentin Ewers, I do at least the game that I watched, I like his ball placement, how he's able to thread the needle and put the ball where it needs to be.
Oh yeah, he can make throws that'll take your breath away. But then again, I think he has somewhat of a problem too. Somewhat, not as bad as Zach Wilson, but similar. He don't rely on his fundamentals enough. You'll see him and again, Quinn Ewers, I don't know what happened to his arm. When he came out of high school, he was considered one of the most talented players ever at the quarterback, was coming out of high school. So I don't know what happened with his arm. Like, his arm was supposed to be like Josh Allen, like. So I don't know, maybe he had some surgeries or something that's taken away his ability to really drive the football like we saw coming out as a raw prospect, on a high school level. But, I think, but he's still talented enough. And a lot of times how arrogant, those players with that immense arm talent, like Aaron Rodgers, like Josh Allen, Mahomes, we see them get arrogant at times, right? Where they don't think they have to necessarily rely a lot, as consistently on their fundamentals and their mechanics. They think they can make any off-platform throw. Mm-hmm. And you'll see him make, though, over the course, you'll see him attempt throws to where his feet are not set, his release point is not, his follow-through is not complete. And all of a sudden you see a wide open player and you see the ball skip in the dirt. That's not a talent problem. That's a fundamental problem. And so I think he has that bad habit too, but a lot of rookies have that, you know what I mean? They have that issue. So if they can coach that aspect up with him to where he's more consistent and relying on his fundamentals, his mechanics, I think you get a much more productive player out of him.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I might get some heat for this, EM, but talk about overdrafting a quarterback. What do you think about Dylan Gabriel? Do you think that he was overdrafted? I kind of think he was. That's just my opinion. I
would agree. I don't think there's no way he should have been drafted before Shedeur Sanders, in my opinion. I don't know what went on there. I don't know. And to hear him, did you hear his statement today? They got some drama. It appears they got some drama going on in Cleveland, bro. Like, he called that man an entertainer.
An entertainer? Wow.
He called that man an entertainer, bro.
Wait a minute.
On national TV.
He called who? Wait a minute. Say that again. What did I miss? Who called who entertainer?
Shedeur.
Wait. Who called Shedeur an entertainer?
Dylan Gabriel did.
Huh? Oh, Dylan Gabriel said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I know I'm not the biggest fan of Quinn Ewers, and I self-admit that, right? But I kind of felt that Quinn Ewers and Dylan Gabriel were almost the same level. If not, Quinn was a little bit ahead of him. That's just my opinion.
Like, he should have even been drafted before Quinn Ewers, in my opinion. I never was a Dylan Gabriel fan, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you. Everybody hit the like button, please. If you're new, please subscribe to the show. We do this every Saturday night. Well, at least we try to. We try to have a good time. We're vibing. If you're new, subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. We got Insomnia next. Shank or Crypto, do you have any preview or shout out you want to do?
No, we're just gonna talk about preseason games coming up, and then after week 4, we're gonna do our what you call it? We're gonna predict the order of the division.
We're the division.
After next week's games, we'll do the predictions of the order. Yeah, after next week. Next weekend is the last weekend.
I have a, based on what I saw today, and based on what I saw that our backups.
Cap is trash, by the way.
Listen, all I came up to say is I don't know what the fuck this Eminem Detroit representing fucking 8 Mile motherfucker was saying up in here. But all of
Cap
what he
is always trash, by the way.
was garbage, trash. It was like a diaper floating in a canal in South Florida, dog.
I'm gonna tell you straight up.
It's September.
Cap, what's good, bro?
Hold on,
So-
hold on, real quick. Hold on. Being a kid that was born from the metro area, you wouldn't survive 2 seconds on 8 Mile. I'm just gonna point that out right now.
Me?
Yeah,
Me?
They would make
Damn.
you the bitch,
Diaper
bro. I'm not
floating
doing
down the
that.
canal.
Let me be very candid up here right now. Number one,
Go ahead.
I would only not survive in places like that because of the cold. I don't like the cold.
You
That's
and we're
it.
gonna freeze together then, huh?
I'm not interested in being cold. I don't like the cold.
Uh-huh.
Other than that, there's no atmosphere El Capitan can't survive. That's the facts. I'll go shirtless. I don't give a
Oh,
fuck.
shit. Okay.
That's right, EM.
I
know
hear
what it
you,
is.
dog. I hear you, dog. That's what's up.
I'll walk through the blocks with no shirt and be respected as such. That's it. That's it.
Cap, when you say no shirt, you mean
Damn, Cap, where you been, bro?
Been out with the old lady.
That was Shaker's Crypto. That was not me.
That's all right. Everybody wants to see what it really looks like. Maybe one day I'll show everybody.
Oh, please don't. Please don't. Carla wants to, though. Carla's been busting out her dollar
And
bill.
make sure I'm in Antarctica.
That'll be members only.
Members only. All right. Well, anyway. So, Shake Money, we got to talk about the order of what this division's going to end up. Yeah, I today kind of changed my thoughts on it a little bit. Based on what I could see some of the other people contributing, like the wide receivers, seeing Ollie Gordon, and kind of seeing what our front defense looks like with our linebackers. I'm gonna say that I think that my order's changing a little bit too, just a little bit. But Ethan Bonner being out, do you think we'll make a move at corner finally?
That's a good question, Ali. A cornerback room that was already considered pretty thin. And Ethan Bonner, White Lightning was out there starting today. So, I mean, I don't know what that means, but he was starting opposite Storm Duck. So
he pulled his
hamstring.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to wait 53 cuts to see if we add any more corners, like maybe someone that was on the bubble that could actually benefit us.
Speaking of the bubble, there was a Cam Smith sighting today. He made a pretty nice tackle, but
he did.
I need a lot more of that.
Hey man, I'm still, I'm still on my hands and knees praying to the good man above for Cam Smith, bro. Like if the light bulb can come on, what a relief that would be.
Yeah.
100%. I think he has some Jalen Wright-itis going on right now, and he needs to get away from that and wake up.
Yeah,
to be up
that looks like Tarzan playing like Jane syndrome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Miami melt.
Oh man. Oh, where did he go? He ran away. EM. Every time you come up, he runs away.
Oh yeah, he always running. You already know that. Cap know what's good. He know what's up.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, man. It was something else too. I wanted to real quick before you. What was it?
don't know. I'll catch y'all later. Shake, I'll see your
All right, brother.
Yo, Rist, it was nice seeing you, man. Have a good day.
You guys on the
Fuck, what was it?
Insomnia.
And totally slipped my mind, bro. Like it was something else I want to bring up about the team. Okay. The Tyreek Hill and Tua situation. Like the media will not let that situation die, bro. They keep asking this man every time they put a camera in his face, Tua and Tyreek. You know, like, bro, come on, man. Can they? I wish they would just go ahead and just stop bringing that up.
Hey, man, tabloids, man. Tabloids sell.
Yep.
I mean, you think about it, Sam.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
But if you think about it, EM, all that ESPN and Fox Sports are becoming is basically an extension of social media. They love these YouTube style personalities. You know, you got what's the guy from Barstool that's going to get his Fox Sports debut soon? And then, you know, you got the Pat McAfee show. I mean, I hate to say this, but Stephen A. Smith is a personality, and it's almost like a social media style guy asking tough questions and calling people out. Really, that's what he does. That's what they like. So they live on, you know, this heat or the spiciness between players, and they're just trying to create content out of it, even though it may not even exist. You know what I mean? That's why they won't let it go, to be honest.
Yeah, man. I'm like, when they interviewed him on the sideline, and I knew exactly what the reporter was going to ask him. Well, how things you would talk? Man, come on, bro. Can y'all let that shit? Can y'all let that shit ride? Just let it go, man. You know.
Well,
So
I don't even think they've asked. You know, this is so bad. It's so crazy. I don't even think they asked Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown that many times. How are things between both of you? How are things? Where was that? You saw that?
Yeah, I know.
It was gone after that week. It was like gone. You don't see it anymore. Today, it's like every week. When is Tyreek going to say something about Tua next? When is Tua going to call Tyreek out again? You know, that's what it seems to be. Shout out to the $5 donation from Craig. I could see us adding a couple of cornerbacks after the 53 cuts, maybe alignment. Very possible. Very possible. Offensive line. I mean, I will say this, Ian. I felt that the snaps looked a lot better today than they did in the first game or even in practice. I think that it got a little bit better. I don't know if the offensive line really was that great. I don't know. What was your thoughts on the offensive line?
I thought they played a lot better. They were a lot better today than what we saw last week. The backups as 2s and 3s. They were nowhere near as bad as they were last week. So I thought they made strides this week. But you know, again, I don't want to see them. Listen, I believe in our starting 5. I think health permits, they'll be one. I think I got, you know, high expectation for our starting 5. But to answer your question, yeah, they looked a lot better than they did last week. So, real quick though, I see it looks like an offer is being made in the chat, Ali. This Saint Thiago Deep. If you want to highlight his comment, I don't know who he's talking to, but it looks like he's an offer is being made for collaboration at some point. You see that in the chat? Maybe that's to maybe that's to you, Crypto, or Shake, bro. Is that a bot or what?
I think that's one of those bots we get from Kick every once in a while. Yeah, I think that's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like, oh, you don't have enough followers. You can pay us $9.99 for 1,000 followers. It's like,
oh, really?
Get those.
I don't know. I don't know. They might be trying to reach out to Mr. Park too. You never know, man.
You never know. Maybe you, EM. Maybe you. Maybe they really see you as the next best. You know, the next big thing. So definitely.
Man, I don't know about that, but I don't know, man. You know, it might be a bot. It might be, but
if you had your show and you're rocking with it, I would come watch you. I'm not gonna lie. I would come.
Man, that's heartfelt, Ali. That's heartfelt, bro. I appreciate that tremendously. But he dropped his Discord. So hey, man, I don't know.
I'll check him out.
Just thought that was interesting.
Definitely. Definitely. But EM, final thoughts. I mean, what do you think about the team? Anything that you want to say last minute? We're gonna shut it down. What did you think of today? Put your final thoughts together.
Man, a good bounce back game for the team, considering all of that. You know, the world was ending earlier in the week after one inconsistent joint practice. Good way for the team to bounce back. But I saw the morale with the team. You see how everybody was just like standing up, right, supporting each position group. They were engaged. A lot of emotion on that sideline, and just the support for one another, bro. Like that's it's a little different. I'm not putting much stock in it in terms of that's going to catapult us to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. But it's a little different than what I'm accustomed to seeing, especially at this point. But good way to bounce back considering all that noise that transpired earlier in the week. Moving forward to next week to Jacksonville, I'm just looking to get out of next week healthy, minimizing any possibilities of injury, especially to key players. Well, I don't think we'll see any starters next week, but just be in a situation, get out of next week where we're not, Ethan Bonner doesn't go down or anything remotely close to that, bro. Just get out of there healthy and just, get ready for the season opener, bro. So, but way to bounce back this year. It was a lot of positive things we saw today, man. And I thought you were spot on a lot of, with your articulation on a lot of, a lot of positional groups that y'all talked about on the show tonight. So, but health. That's been the Achilles heel with this team. So if we can just minimize that, bro, I think we'll be fine.
I agree with you 100%. And the other thing is, speaking about how things seem a little bit different this year, right? I said it earlier in the show. I think there's more fight being made from the 2s and 3s and the 4s, right? Where you got guys like D. Eskridge and Taj Washington stepping up and like, hey, we're here to play. You know what I mean? You got guys like Willie Gay Jr. that every day is like he hits a home run, right? You didn't see that before. It was always like starters you saw mostly, or the guy that you're bringing in to be the next starter, or maybe like the first round pick. That's the guy we targeted, and that's what we saw a lot of. No, it's really nice to see all the fight and energy that you're getting from these players. So I'm kind of excited for that, and especially at the end when they won the game and the guy grabbed the ball and he even though he was already down, he ran it all the way into the end zone. The entire team went chasing after the guy.
Yeah, bro. Like I love to see that, man. I was like, bro, and again, I know people are gonna say, "Oh, it's a preseason game," and it's not gonna amount. Listen, nobody's saying that it's gonna catapult us to a Super Bowl, but those are the little things, you know what I mean, that are character builders for your team. Yeah. And to see them just like it didn't appear to be any egos out there. They were just all supporting one another, bro. Like that was refreshing to see, for real. Yeah. So
one thing I want to say is that I want to see our team not be a team of agendas. And if there is an agenda, it's just one singular agenda. And that is just that's just the win. That's all it is.
Yeah. No egos, no, nobody worrying about your targets and 2,000 yards. And bro, just that should be the agenda should be, we're trying to be the best version of the 2025 Miami Dolphins team that we possibly can be, and we'll see where that ends up. That's the goal, bro. That's the agenda. That should be. Tyreek Hill always references his path to a gold jacket. Well, at this stage, bro, like the quickest way that you can get from where you are now to the to Canton is with rings. So, I mean, if you add your resume and then you add another ring with a different team, I mean, you're solidified at that point. You know what I mean? So the goal should be the agenda should be, it should be about the team, about team goals, how how impactful this team can be in 2025. So hopefully, man, I'm sure McDaniel has communicated that vision for 2025 to the team. Hopefully we can just get, more people bought in than what we've previously had, according to reports, the last 2 years. So
Definitely.
Hey, Ali, always a pleasure, bro. Always a pleasure, man.
Thanks, EM. I appreciate you being here. Everybody hit the like button, turn on the notification bell, subscribe if you're new. We appreciate all you. We'll see you next Saturday. Fins up, everybody.
Y'all be safe out there.